do anything about the radiator.
There we go.
Behind the radiator section. They just
Alright.
left that a
I
mess,
forgot
so
to
it's just
change
debris
that.
behind there.
Hey, someone...
Also
What
pen.
the fuck? Somebody... What? I'm confused. This is irony, really, because my... Whoops. My Streamlabs says 0 people, but somebody just put a message in chat. Hello!
Me, it says there's 3.
Okay, then.
I'm not even in yet. I need to be.
Oh, so I'm not in yet.
Shocking. Get in.
It says 3 for me.
Hey, Caitlin. Oh, wait. I told Caitlin I would... Who can I hit? Mute the fucking stream. Right. There you go, Caitlin. You can feel important now. 3 people already watching. Enjoy the game. We always do. In terms of quote-unquote announcements that I say I have every week to feel more important about myself, we no longer have Jake. We had a whole fucking debacle the other day, and basically Jake decided he did not want to play and would do something else. The good news is, hopefully we're sorting something for next week. Hopefully. We'll figure that out at the end of today.
We maybe have more characters.
Yeah. I'm just like, I'm not putting anything in my beard, it's all scratchy.
Shave it off.
Still eating.
No! Fuck you, I'm not shaving it. Regardless. Hello, everyone. Okay.
Hello.
6. Fucking nay. Welcome. Oh, we lost a... Oh, I'm mad now. We lost 1 follower between last week and this week. Damn it.
It'll be Jake.
It probably is, actually. I didn't think about that. It also occurred to... Oh, shit. In terms of the announcement front, I need to change all of the times on all of our things, because it currently says 2, and that is a lie. We're playing at 3. The idea is so Tyler can get out and walk the dog. That's about it.
Yeah, which is done.
Sweet. All right.
Nice.
This is a player. Yeah, it'll work for story. You kind of fucked the party last session anyway, so it's no stress. Oh, not last session, the one before that. So, it's kind of easy.
Oh no, I'm eating. You're gonna
Regardless.
ask me for a recap.
No. Yeah, you are going to have to stop. I'm going to keep filling the empty void of space. I will also apologise to chat for me being a bellend. I had a noise gate set so that I couldn't hear your guys' background noise. Slight problem. I had it applied to all of my audio output, so it was also applying to music, so the music went like and all spazzy, which was kind of funny. But anyway.
But I haven't test rolled any of my dice yet. Oh well.
Oh my god, how dare you.
I know, I didn't. I panicked, I had to rush.
Alright, well.
Despite me having nothing to do all morning, I had to rush to get ready.
Well, you know what you've got to do now?
Recap.
Yes, please.
Okay. So, in terms of stats, there were no hello there's, there were no potters, and Hannah did not go down.
Yeah!
I went down.
Yeah.
I was 1 hit point off there. You met death that day.
So I'm going to start doing a little stats bit because I like that. That's fun. So we went on our escort mission. First day of the escort mission, hella uneventful. Nothing happened. Second day of the escort mission, we heard that maybe there were some orcs hanging around. Didn't see them. Zephy got a message from Theoden announcing that the courier and him were back, and that the courier was with Sergeant Barnes at the docks. The day after that, we fought some orcs, and Tyler almost died.
I did.
We reached the town we were meant to get to, and dropped off the guys we were escorting. Still did not find out what shady shit they were taking, but we escorted them well, got paid. They told us, maybe go and speak to the guild. I went, fuck the guild. Then, on our way back, we spotted, well, I didn't. I failed at spotting anything.
You did.
There was a A monolith, did you say, Az? I didn't get notes on this bit. I was not paying attention. This is the one bit I didn't get notes on. There was a monolith. There were some runes. There was a box with a crystal inside. I failed to make it up to the monolith to find this out and did not want to try again and embarrass myself further. The next day, we reached our city of Olenthius. Sergeant Barnes, we found out, was at the dockyard with the courier, but also was having some issues with some maps. We were told to speak to him in the morning, and during this time, Theoden was yelling at all of us for being dumbasses. The guy we were meant to protect a while ago, when we did the mansion protection, is dead, despite the fact that we killed the assassin sent to kill him.
Yeah,
Also,
that was weird.
We
What did he
named
do?
the
Like,
bear.
climb his way out of the hole?
You got poisoned, you bellends.
He got poisoned. We just didn't notice the poison bottles.
Nope.
Oops.
We also named the bear Tubbs.
Which Jake took home.
It was fine.
Yeah,
sorting
which
it.
Jake took home. But I'm sure we can find the bear, because it loves me and you guys can't take it home because you guys live underwater. Zephy went back to the
I
cathedral.
can buy
where
an up here house if I wanted to.
You can buy an above water home.
Exactly.
You're not going to do it.
No.
Zephy then went to the cathedral for a last minute pray and also to rant at her goddess because she does that sometimes. And there was a guy asleep in the pews who told her to shut the fuck up. And then she gave him money for a place to sleep, and he went, nah, fuck that, and gave it to a god instead. And then we all went to bed. I don't know why I closed my notebook, I need that open. Though it'd be dramatic, it just fucked me over. Recap!
Okay. For the sake of brevity and figuring out how Tubbs exists, I am just gonna I'm just gonna say that you get a very pissed off looking older woman and someone about the same age as Paravel at your door, and Paravel sort of like looking down towards the ground. And
Please don't tell me I have one now.
You are?
No, Paravel's still alive right now, don't worry about it.
Oh, that's good.
No, he's alive for now. He's stood at Zephy's door. Very very apprehensively just sort of stood like, yeah. And he sort of like shoves the bear into the doorway and gives you Tubbs back because that bear causes chaos because he's a little chaotic demon.
That bear does cause chaos.
I will.
And I am
100%
gonna.
caught up. What do you mean caught up? People catch up with this? No, they don't. That's a lie.
I'm gonna hug the bear.
Aww. Make
I'm
an
gonna
animal handling
Try
check.
and.
Bite her arm off. Ah!
Oh fuck! I haven't actually got my character sheet up. I think. Wait. I did have it, and then for some reason it decided to close on me. Load, please. It's a 12 plus something. To 14.
Just changing my lights to red. I will say you managed to. What the? I didn't want to do that. There we go. Sorry.
I've looked after Tubbs. Tubbs knows I'll protect.
Sorry, I just noticed what Caitlin put in chat, and it's so correct. What is that emoji? Aaron, this looks like you, and it's so correct.
Caitlin, please stop distracting him from being a DM.
Yes. Fuck off. Right. I'm getting stream live.
My dice don't hate me today.
So,
I'm not mad.
Theoden looks angry. You know, you've got a bear back that he didn't very much like. But
What's he doing back here?
Oops, protection squad.
Wait, hold up.
It's a sloth, not a bear.
You just sat with the bear in your lap, just like, this is my bear. I love
This
him
is
very
my
much.
bear now.
Fuck you. Right. Regardless,
You should be able
you
to see a slot
have
pen.
the today's date is the 30th, the end of the month. You have today, and the next day is the supposed day of the raid on the Temple of the Luxon. I will say, for the sake of, again, Paravel, that he
Yes.
goes off with his mother and sister to do family things for a day, because reasons.
Because reasons being we don't have his play right now. Because fuck him, I guess.
Regardless, where would you all like to go today? What would you like to do? How much do I have to improv?
These two weren't even here. Like, Paravel just shows up at Zephy's door. They're still underwater.
They've got to dry off before they come and see you. They're like shaking
So
themselves.
they're stood at the docks,
It's
just like...
Shake.
shaking. You just like look out in the morning and just like from your bedroom window you can just see this like two blue figures like giving a little shimmy at the docks every morning. Okay.
Right.
I have no idea what I told you guys to do last. I cannot remember.
Yeah, I feel like we need to speak to Sergeant Barnes about these maps that we sent Theo off to get for him.
Of course.
Because Theo told us to do that. We don't argue with Theo.
Okay, so. There we go. So, going down to the Royal Dockyards, there is a small wall around the sides, like maybe only 10 foot tall, that just surrounds the dockyard. There are no weapons atop the walls, there are just occasionally guards patrolling around, and there's a large sort of gatehouse, if you like, at the front. And as the three of you meet at the gates, you get an individual, a human male wearing like the Olympian sort of naval dress, if you like. Whereas to the guards on foot would be more in heavier armor like chainmail. These guys tend to wear more leathers and such, would be more maneuverable and not as sinky at sea. So he's just kind of stood there.
Oh no, I'd sink at sea.
He just sort of like eyes you for a while. He's not saying anything. He's just aware of the fact that you are stood at the gate, and it's not a normal thing.
Hi.
Hello.
You had the perfect opportunity.
I know.
Oh
shit. Sorry. Can I go back?
Sure.
Can I redo?
You can retcon.
Hello there.
I have the high ground. Yes, he literally does. So fucking hell, terrible. We have terrible jokes. We have bad humor.
You really do have really bad jokes. I'm so sorry.
Jesus. Regardless, all of that aside, he's just sort of like leaning over the railing over to you and goes, "You all right down there?"
We've come to speak to Sergeant Barnes.
On what business?
I was about to say my Theoden then. Oh.
My Theo.
Theoden sent us to check on the courier with the maps.
So Zevon goes, right, okay. 2 minutes,
That
please.
sounded like
And
I
he
was
sort of
making
like,
up a lie.
he sort of like
I
runs down the sides of the wall, and you sort of see him disappear behind the wall. And through the large iron gate, you can see him like run into the center building, open the door, and coming out from the other side is a halfling individual wearing a very much like officer's coat, and he's sort of like officer's coat,
I'm waiting for a
tan
voice.
slacks. Halflings don't have voices. Halflings are normal people. And
I'm
black
waiting for
boots,
a voice.
and carries a probably more ceremonial than anything saber at his side. And he sort of like walks up to you all, still with the gate between you, and goes, "Hi." I was gonna do hello there, but I changed my mind at the very last second.
Hello. There, I
He
guess.
sort of just like looks between you, like, I think I know you. I know. He's sort of again.
I mean, you should know that one. I guess just to Saris.
Yeah, he's sort of like goes, hang on. He sort of like goes to a small like pouch at his side, and out of it he pulls like little sort of like gold circular glasses and puts them on and goes, "Oh, my lord," and sort of like takes a small bow and goes, "Oh, and you're Theoden's girl."
That's how you address a lord. Oh,
It's fine, you don't have to give me a bow. I'm not a fan of all the bowing things.
Yeah, we've just been calling
Yes,
him dickhead this entire time.
My lord, regardless. And he sort of like gestures off to the side in a sort of like spiraling motion. You see two of the guards that were there just sort of like pulling this very heavy gate up. And as you all make your way inside, he leads you towards one of the... There are a lot of, in this area, like warehouse buildings, if you like, and a lot of the dockyard is leading out to some huge galleons and sailing ships. But he sort of takes you to what looks to be more of a two-story office. Like, if there was a fucking fantasy office, that would be it. And
I think that's just called an office.
yeah, but like it's more like, good point. When did they start using the term office? Regardless, fucking off track. Jesus.
I feel like I need to look it up now. Sorry, he said a fantasy office, and I was like, well, that would just be an office, wouldn't it? Surely
No.
people had offices, like not the same kind of office that we have, but like
Off track. Last time on
they
the
would have had like a study.
Right.
A study, probably what it was
Sure.
referred to as.
And it leads you into a room that is a rather large room for a single individual, and there is a table with letters strewn in a complete mess. And on one wall you can see a map of the almost channel, the Phelan Sea that runs between Orsendore and Merengroth. So it's the northern portion that is sort of illustrated on his wall, down to probably the middle of the city, middle of the continent, sorry, of Orsendore, and then just up to the mountains of Merengroth. And you can see he's sort of like, there are two more individuals in the room there that are just sort of like pointing and sort of having a faint argument, and they can't seem to make their mind up on something. One of them's pointing like to one area of the sea, one of them's pointing to another, and he's sort of, as Sergeant Barnes walks in, he just, "Can you leave me be?" And they get sort of like stand to attention for a second, and then make their way out of the chamber. And Sergeant Barnes sits down at his desk, leaving you guys just stood in front of him on the other side. And on the desk there's sort of like display of maps, all of which look like they have a similar layout, if you like. And he goes, "Right, we need a third party to settle a dispute that all of my ships seem to have."
What
Yeah.
is
Sort of like,
dispute?
All three of us know about sailing. Mm-hmm.
he sort of looks down and just takes the maps and holds, just sort of like holds in his hand for a sec, flicks his wrist, and a small like globule of light just sort of hovers over them. You can see between the parchment, 3 or 4 of the islands on every single one are uniform, and then there is like sort of little splotches on each of the maps where the one of the islands just doesn't line up. And at this point, when he shows you this, Sergeant Barnes just turns. "No one can seem to agree on the location of this final island. We think there is some kind of magic at play. Theoden can't be asked to go and do it, so we're sending you instead."
I mean, Theoden can't be bothered. We might be able to help. I don't think we can help.
You just
What kind of magic do you think's at play? What? Why?
he just sort of like sits and shrugs for fingers. Illusion, conjuration, I don't know.
Somebody's conjured an entire island in multiple different places.
Where do things have happened?
Fuck with things. You know what? No, that's a fair fucking point.
So, you want us to go to this island?
Yeah. He sort of like looks at you like, of course I do. Why the hell otherwise would I be asking?
You want us to go to an island that moves?
Well,
How are we meant to find it?
he sort of like looks at all the maps in front of him. Well, they've all found it just in different places every time.
Yes, what if we head for one place and it's not there, and then we spend ages going to another place and then it's not there?
Is there a pattern to how it's moving?
I was just about to say that. Is there any?
Okay, that would... What would that be? Investigation... Yeah, I'll say that's an investigation check. Yeah. I'm not going to say general intelligence, but it's a little
Shall we
bit...
roll with advantage?
Whoever wants to take it, either roll with advantage or both of you roll.
I can do it if you want.
Go for it.
Hey, it was a 20. Nice. I got nat 20.
Yeah.
Sorry, I
Nice.
ate a short bit.
Everybody knows DMs can't eat.
Shut up, I can do what I want. So, looking around in this pattern, you can sort of...
Oh, cold.
I'd say you get the gist that it never looks like it's part of a larger landmass, and it's sticking to what would be probably deeper water. In terms of the way it's aligned, it's not... These are like sort of more of an archipelago of islands more than anything else. It is not ever between two islands, it's sort of in the centre of this large archipelago, and it just keeps darting from place to place. Since there's only 4 maps...
Where are the other sailors that have seen this island?
He just sort of like points off to the door, and it's, well, I just dismissed the last 2. The others, one's out on a voyage. The other is up in Goldshore for the moment, taking shore leave. Why?
Might be worth talking to them to see what they say about like the site of it, like what details might have been on the island, see if there's any clue.
Yeah, what's kind of on the islands that everybody knows are in the same place?
You just kind of...
I'm just curious as to how this island might differ in other ways.
The same on each.
Which is
Trees, bushes, land. There are no villages.
so it's
There's
just
no
plain or Channel
Yeah,
Island
this
kind
would-
of thing.
Yeah, this is more like... This is more of like uncharted territory. Like, they are attempting to charter this, and they're just having a disagreement on where an island is. But it's a small set of islands. Like, on the largest, you would get 1 village.
Right, okay.
They're not huge.
So I'd like to turn to Zephy and Akesk and say I think it'll be worth talking to some of the sailors that have been there.
Yeah, I want to know what they've seen.
Yeah.
This is... I've seen magic. This is weird.
But then it could be magic, could be something else we don't know, so we need to find out what it is. So
Yeah.
I'm going to turn back to
Don't forget we already have...
I'm going to turn to Barnes and just
Barnaby.
ask him for the closest sailor's location.
He goes, in the room next door?
Thank you. You've been most helpful
Yes,
in explaining
I say
this
this, but
shit.
he's sort of like piecing together what you're saying. Is the island's not moving when they see it. It's stationary.
Yeah, I still want to know how it differs.
Yeah, we never said it would be moving.
To your own.
I'm going to thank him for the information and I'm going to exit the room.
Okay, cool.
I'm going to follow
Yeah.
him.
Alright, so as you exit the room, you come to a rather narrow corridor where you've entered from, and you can see again with their own more crudely drawn versions of maps. The two sailors just like pointing at them and goes, "No, I swear it was here." And I go, no, but if it was there, we would have ran into it. It's over here. And they're sort of like deliberating on where this thing has, where this island they believe it is, or where they have seen it.
I'm gonna lean in between them and just make agreement noises.
Like, totally
Yep.
agree. Yeah.
No, no.
I'm just gonna come up behind them and point to a completely
Just to
different
fuck with
location
them a
and go,
little.
I think it's here.
But it's not.
I'll
there.
point to the bottom, like, I think down here.
But
I definitely seen it up in this corner.
sort of looks amongst all of you as they're like just looking at the, like, you guys are all just poking. They're still staring intently at the maps. Look at me. Oh no, you fucking idiot! My lord, I'm terribly sorry. It just like begins to like straighten his jacket and stand to attention.
Don't worry about it. I screwed with you. I'll accept it.
Yeah, we were screwing with you the entire time, guys. But like,
No.
So about this island.
Yes.
what does it look like?
Yeah, was there anything different on it from the other islands? Could you tell?
Not that we could see. It looked normal as any other. We managed to moor a boat next to it for a time. We explored it in all of about 5 minutes. There's nothing really on there. Nothing lives on there, though. There are no beasts. But then...
Well, there are beasts on the other
There are
islands?
beasts on the other islands?
Occasionally. They're not common. There's always birds.
Always birds, but there were no birds on this new island.
And at this point, he sort of like turns around and goes, "Well, you say that there are, I say there aren't. He saw it closer to land. I saw it out in the middle of the ocean."
Mm.
I'm going to turn to Zephyr and Akesk again and go, I think it'll be worth checking this out at some point.
Can I ask?
Yep.
In terms of where every sailor has seen it, has it ever been away from those islands? Like, so far away, like, just middle of the ocean?
It's been in the same general area in terms of... It's not a large map. You're probably only looking at maybe 25 miles of map. You're really not looking at a lot, and a lot of these islands are, like I say, less than the size of a small village. And this one in particular is very small. Kind of like, if you've watched the Pirates of the Caribbean films, it's the one where, like, Jack and Elizabeth get stuck on, where she burns all the rum. That one.
Oh, where has all the rum gone?
It's very small. Like, you'd be going maybe less than 100 meters across and the same long. But no, it has not been away from the islands massively.
Okay, so it
It
kind
is
of
always-
it's fixed around that area.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, we should
Is there
definitely check this
anything
out.
oddly
I just...
that isn't on this island that matches all the others?
How so?
Like, well, they said there's usually like wildlife on these other islands. They say there's not any wildlife on this island. Is there anything else that doesn't seem to add up, aside from it keeps moving?
Doesn't seem to add up. I'm gonna say, other than the fact that it moves, no. So I will say that no, they wouldn't know that. No, I'll say other than the fact that it moves, no, there's nothing weird about it.
Has there been any reports of missing ships?
Not that far east. There's always the breach, but that's not. That's hundreds and hundreds of miles. That's the only location of missing ships.
I'm gonna gesture at these two to just like walk away from the group of people arguing about maps.
Okay.
I'm gonna say, hey, so if we do go and look at this, how the fuck are we meant to get a ship?
Get one of these two idiots to take us.
That would cost money.
Unless they hired us temporarily to go check it out if they need a
Hired
third
us?
party.
hired us to do what? Just sit on a ship for a while?
No, so
And
we
look
have
at an island and
so if we
prod
can
it and
find
go,
it.
yeah, that's the island, all right.
I mean, I'm a noble. I can ask them to do it.
Stonks.
It would still cost money.
Would Saros be able to afford a ship?
Afford a ship? Seros maybe not, considering he's probably got about 5 gold. His father, yeah.
Oh,
I've gold to
hi.
his name.
If he wanted to, his father could probably like pull influence, but it might take a time. And there's not necessarily any ships for sale. Ships, I will say,
How far is it out from the docks where we are now?
it is a long, long way. I will get my.
So we
book.
can't
damn.
swim it.
No, you cannot swim it.
I mean, you two could probably
I
swim
realise-
it in like
yeah.
a few days.
I don't technically see a problem with them
I
swimming it.
could
They can
not.
sleep, but you'd get attacked by like a killer whale, so that's up to you.
You just don't keep watching night. It's fine. Just sleep straight through.
Fucking hell, that again. So I'm just trying to find.
Um,
I'm trying to find how many miles it would be from here. But you would. In terms of like what you can piece together, the ships probably went from Goldshore. That's why the naval charters were there, and not anywhere else. These guys are probably just the first to go on that voyage. In terms of actual mileage, I'd say from Goldshore probably 200 miles.
And that would take how many days?
On a ship, I will have to look up the stats for a ship real quick. It depends what ship you're on as well, and if you're sailing with the wind or against it. It all affects how quickly a ship travels. But is that right? Okay.
D&D ship travel.
I wish I knew off the top of my head. I thought I downloaded the stuff, but apparently I didn't. A sailing ship moves at 120 miles in a day, so it'd take you about 2 days to get there.
okay.
Because ships move constantly and they move pretty quick. A sailing ship is one of the faster ones, so I'm pretty sure if you were to go in something like a galleon, it'd take longer. Yeah, a galleon would take more like 3.
Yeah, I'd be up for sailing. We just need to, get a ship and a crew and figure out what the fuck happens with money for that.
Well, I
And
mean,
also we've
the
got
job was
that
being offered
thing
to
tomorrow.
you. It was being offered as a job to you. You just happened to walk out the room without hearing the actual job.
Yeah, it's not really bad if we walk back in there right now after we've just left him.
I mean, you certainly can.
Like
Just
that-
play it cool. Just play it cool. It's
like
fine.
walking out of a room in a meeting and then walking back in being like, I didn't catch that last bit, I'm really sorry.
If you walk in with purpose, they won't question it.
That is
Walking like
true.
you own the place.
I think he might question it.
You won't question me.
Good point.
I was going to say, we've got somebody who can get away with pretty much anything at this point.
Oh, yeah.
The murder that we didn't stop.
It's fine.
They just
I'm
kind of
going
went, nah,
to
he's a
walk
noble,
back
he
into
wouldn't
the
do that.
Sergeant's office
Okay.
and just
so, like,
say,
stands
how
up, sort of like stands up and adjusts himself quickly.
how are we supposed to get to this island?
Well, we've got plenty of ships in Goldshore. I'm sure one of them will take you if you take my written command.
That solves a gold problem, guys.
Nice.
Shouting out into the corridor like, that solves the gold problem!
They're just
Alright.
a thumbs up
Noble.
appears in the doorway, just like, yeah.
Ding!
Yep. 100%. Cool. Pops back out.
So Zephy and Akesk aren't actually in the room with me, are they
They
now?
can join you if they like.
We never said we followed you, so you did just yell
You're,
that
yeah,
to it.
you're
Just
in
like
the room.
hovering like near the doorway, just like waving like hi.
So what are the full job details then that you want us to do?
We want you to find the island, chart the island, and investigate further. the men say they moored themselves to the island, but they haven't. They've not made any form of like formal investigation. They've not searched like in the grassy
recorded what's
bushes.
on it, what it consists
Yeah.
of, and any anomalies.
They've very much vaguely done it, but they've not like dug around or anything like that. They've not found anything in particular.
Right. Is there a time limit on this job?
I mean, as soon as you get to Gold Shore, as soon as there's a boat in, as soon as you get back, no, not really.
It's just that we kind of have a thing to do tomorrow. So.
Thought that was
We
tonight.
need a couple days
Yeah,
tomorrow.
it's tomorrow.
Okay.
So we're gonna need like a couple days before we can do it, because obviously we've got to do the thing tomorrow and then actually get to Gold Shore and then
At this
go
point, he
to
just
the
takes
island
out like
and come back.
a
Just give us
small-
a few days to prepare, and we shall go and investigate for you.
Yeah, he takes like a small
Yeah.
quill and just like writes out a sort of like written command, and on it he says, to be paid an officer's wage, adventurers to assist in locating the moving island, for lack of a better term. And he sort of like rolls it up and puts a seal on it and hands it to, I assume it would be Saros. So. Anything else you would
I
like to
think
do?
Akeska and I are just like popping our heads around the like door
It's like
frame
nodding,
every
like,
so
yeah,
often.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Other than that, like I say, he said one of the men who just got back is in Gold Shore on shore leave, and another is out at sea at the moment. He is nowhere to be found. Anything else you'd like to do?
Today specifically?
Unless you've got anything planned before the whole raiding thing, then that would be it. You've got like a day's worth of downtime.
I'm probably gonna spend it either training with Theoden or at the cathedral. So.
Okay, fair enough.
Can we play with tubs? Can we teach
Just
tubs a
in
new
my
tricks?
house playing
can
with
certainly
dogs
try.
while I'm training.
All right, what do you want to teach Tubbs?
Well, I think we tried to teach Tubbs sit last time, didn't we?
I did. I
You
taught him
did.
to sit. He didn't get lay down, but I taught him to sit.
Should we try teaching him? Oh god, what's it called? Like playing dead.
I think he needs to lie down before we can do that. Gotta go sit, lie down, play dead. Or sit, lie down, roll over, play dead.
Yeah, sorry, I'm just getting a million messages off my mom. Regardless.
Mood.
So
I feel like I need to make a list of Tubbs' tricks.
animal handling check with advantage or separately if you're both trying. It's up to you.
I'm
guys.
sword fighting.
Oh, you're sword fight. Oh, okay. So, Kesk,
Yeah.
We got a 13.
we got a 13. You're pretty sure that sit is nailed down. The rest of it, not so much. But
He knows sit.
he knows how to sit and stay in place, which is, always useful.
Oh, did we teach him stay?
I would say part and parcel of teaching him to sit is also to stay sat.
No stay.
Okay.
That's always
The
good.
music's getting so intense. I need to.
We're gonna
sort
try
through
and
this
teach him
music.
paw as well.
Go
Press
ahead.
your face off.
I'm just like sword fighting with
Sure,
Theo.
but Paul,
while this
make
is all
another
happening.
animal handling check.
Oh no, it was a 7.
Ooh,
Oh, I'm about to get
See-
scratched.
Like,
Close your face off.
I was gonna say, you see, when you don't, see, you get dogs like, you take a dog to a groomer so that they don't scratch the life out of you. Yeah, you don't do that with bears, so yes, you get a few scratches in the
can you imagine
process.
rocking up to a
It's a really-
groomer's and just being like, "Hi, this
Bear.
is my bear."
This is
Oh,
my totally
Ty.
not a dog.
Ty, that just reminds me of Yogi. Taking a bear to the vet. Oh, it's fun.
It won't actually go in. It just sit at the door.
Oh dear me. Anyway.
No, I'm not going in. I'm going to
No.
sit. I'm too big. You can't move me.
It wasn't wrong though. We couldn't.
It really wasn't.
Anyway, regardless, yeah, you don't get anywhere with teaching him paw. You just get attacked by a bear for the majority of the day. But going to the end of the day, we're saying this
just
is
to let you know, one of our friends got electrocuted.
who?
Alicia.
Bellend.
By a light switch.
What a dick.
Wait, is this NCS Alicia?
Yeah.
How did she get electrocuted?
How?
She apparently went to turn on the light switch in the kitchen and her arms started shaking and it felt really weird.
Huh.
So.
Well, that's always good. Right. Fucking hell. So.
Anyway,
that was the
teaching a bear new tricks.
That was the beginning of High Harvest. If you are to go and explore around the city, for, again, lack of a better term, you'll see that a lot of preparations are being made for, in some way, in some kind of event. This would normally be the day when the final leaves fall from the evergleam tree. However, since it was burned, there is not much there. You can see people have, like, from out of the city.
I thought we already had this festival.
No, you had Autumn Equinox, which is a smaller celebration, normally, that marks the beginning of autumn and the first leaves to fall from the tree, and they fall over the course of this these 5 days. And then, this more like week, apologies. But essentially, there are a lot of like small stands set up. It's kind of weirdly. It's more of a weird sort of mourning kind of feeling, as in death mourning, and a lot of people are coming along and sort of placing very nice and bright and colourful flowers at the base of the tree, while the other clerics of the Luxon are attempting to in some way revive it. But over the last few days, this has been a common occurrence. Today, there are definitely less clerics there.
Why?
Tyler,
I know why.
what do you think?
Why? I know.
Why? Wait!
But yeah, there are definitely less of them today. And it is getting on in the day. It is now, I'll say, evening, so around 5 o'clock. Unless there is anything you want to do before what ensues next.
I'm gonna go to this cathedral.
Okay. Cars.
I know. I'm gonna leave an offering of 2 gold pieces.
Okay.
To my goddess.
Okay. Just all right.
And I'm just gonna be like, hey,
again.
Might be gone for a little while. This is just to kind of keep you
afloat.
And as you sort of
I don't think you can keep a goddess afloat, Tyler.
I think they're all floating, the gods. Regardless.
I think it's more an offering that I'm making because I might not be able to make any more for a while.
This is how I'm... Right. You get inspiration for that, for one.
Oh! Oh!
Inspiration can be done in, like, a lot of forms, and so the people who don't know, inspiration works kind of like... I don't remember if inspiration is a reroll or a bonus like Bardic Inspiration. I would have
look
to
it up.
Yeah, okay.
And I'm gonna...
You can expend it when you make an attack roll, saving throw, ability check. Spending your inspiration gives you advantage on the roll. Yeah. So
I'm just gonna kind of kneel.
Alright. For the act of selflessness, you gain your inspiration. You sort of kneel and say a silent prayer for a moment and stand and head back
And
to...
then I'm going to say, I'm very sorry for what's about to happen. which sounds like I'm about to blow the temple up. I'm not.
Boom!
Boom! The entire cathedral. Yeah, no. Right.
I'm really sorry for what I have to do. And then I
Okay.
leave. Because I have a feeling she wouldn't be impressed.
Fair enough. So, as you head down to the Undercity, with Akesk and Saros with you, Pavel so far is nowhere to be seen. And you guys get there with a little bit of time to spare. And you're probably maybe 15 minutes earlier than, like 6:45 sort of time in the evening. And everyone just make a perception check for me.
I don't want to do this.
19.
16.
Okay.
18.
Okay. You see no sign of Valent whatsoever. Like, you're a little bit early yet, but you do not see this individual. However, you do see, walking from the temple, a human individual wearing robes of the cleric of a temple of the Luxon, and you see Paravel just kind of approaching. And he sort of like joins the group and goes, "You don't have to do this."
We're not exactly trying to.
It's more a thing of our lives are in danger if we don't.
I just kind of like takes a deep breath and sort of like stands with his back to the tavern and sort of like looking up to the sky, almost taking deep breaths. And it looks like some form of, in a way, like PTSD for what's about to happen. And since you did not learn much about him, you would not really know why.
Yeah, we know nothing about this guy.
But in this moment, you see from the shadow at the other side of the alley, you have no idea where this person comes from. You see a individual in yellow robes, but this time with a full metal breastplate and a sword belt adorned, pull a long sword from his side, grab Paravel by like the scruff of the neck, and hold him towards the wall.
Whoa!
Cool your jets, buddy.
If you don't say cool your jet.
He sort of like holds himself.
Cool your bubbles, and I don't jumping now.
He is
I
sort
was
of
gonna say,
like
I don't think jets exist.
fucking hell. Right. He just sort of like holds him to the wall for a second, and while he's wearing the porcelain mask and you cannot see any version of emotion, you can see like the arm just like trembling, holding the blade, and it is like point to the abdomen, like he is on. And she goes, "You fucking traitor!" and then just lunges backwards. So unless anyone wants to try and stop him,
Yeah.
Yeah.
okay. Who is trying to stop him? This is not a group effort. This is one person.
I wouldn't let you do it.
Who's got the
I
most
think I-
strength?
It's
Probably
me.
Zephyr.
I'm the strength.
All right, okay, roll with advantage.
Okay. What am I rolling? Just straight strength.
Athletics.
Athletics. That's a 14 because my dice hate me.
With advantage.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, and as you all see, Valent sort of like reel back for a second. It's but a split second, and Saros tries to go for like his arm, but he's on the wrong side of him. Zephyr goes for him and tries to force back his weight, but you see probably a good 2-3 inches of the blade just dig straight into Paravel's abdomen.
Oh.
Hey, you know that dagger that I have?
Yep.
I'm sticking it in Valent.
Make an attack roll.
Can I hit him with my star?
Natural 20.
All right.
Hey.
That definitely hits.
Not even a fucking joke.
All right.
A
Roll your
dagger
damage.
only does 1d4
It
plus
does.
3. Kinda sucks.
So
but where's
2d4
my
or
D-
double it.
I'm just waiting to hear roll for initiative next. I'm like, oh no.
9 points of damage.
Okay. Regardless, so as you plunge the dagger into his back, just like catching like the sort of, as much as he's wearing a breastplate, you manage to get him just like in the neck and cut him with it. But have you just like stabbed him and left the dagger, or are you like
No, I
slicing?
pull the dagger out.
Okay.
That's his mind.
I just in and out.
Okay. So as you get just outside the arm, you sort of turn. Right.
Sorry, natural instinct.
You watch at this point as like the sword is pulled from, like he just sort of like turns his head. He's not actually turning his body. The sword is still in parallel as you've kind of like gone for his arm and stabbed him in the neck. And you just sort of, as he's, as much as you can at least, locking eyes with you, just sort of like drives the sword further. Do you resist him or?
No,
Don't do it.
let it happen.
No,
drives the sword
don't do it.
further in, and you
I
hear
don't
like
want to die.
you hear a sort of like metal against stone.
Oh god, I
And-
hate that noise.
You can just hear like the slightest like
Not the noise of the
dint.
bagpipes, but
Guys, we have
metal
like
against.
healing word and cure wounds.
Do we want to use it though?
probably
That sounds
just,
really
like-
bad.
Drops to his knees for a moment. You can see like the sword being drawn back. He goes, and if any one of you decide to help him or to attack me again,
Sorry, natural instinct. People draw swords. I do the exact same.
he sort of just like sort of like
Yeah, no
leans
one
over.
feared and trains you. That's a kind of thing that happens.
Sort of like leans over to Paragon and kneels down beside him. I hope whatever god you worship's a merciful one. And as he's like is speaking, takes a dagger from his belt and stabs it straight through Paravel's neck, sort of like pinning him to the ground. And you see him like
No,
sort of
Paravel.
like spitting up blood now in this alleyway, and no one seems to notice. And at this point, Valent turns to you all and goes, right, get changed, and opens a door behind you that is a weird, it's a hidden door behind like a small set of crates that have been moved aside, and it sort of like hinges with it, and he just kind of opens this door and gestures you all inside.
I go in. I
Okay.
just stab the guy, but I'm not risking anything now. Can I? I'm gonna ask him. Can we take things from him? Like, will you let us take his shit?
Well, he's not using them. Say what you like.
I'm taking the shield.
Okay.
Can I have the blink ring?
Yep.
Nice.
What else has
It
he
is
got?
attunement, so you have 50 gold.
I'll
Is
take
it
his
on
gold.
the other thing of
I was
note?
gonna say I'll let Tyler take the gold if I'm taking the shield. It was a +1 shield, wasn't it?
Yeah, they don't require attunement, so you could immediately pick it up and use it.
I would like to pay respects to Paravel for his bravery.
Okay.
Paying respects is bullshit.
Just sort of taking your.
And I'm
taking
gonna
a knee
drop
to the side.
my shield.
You're dropping your shield?
Yeah, my shield I'm gonna drop and pick up his.
Where are you putting your shield?
But I was just gonna put it down.
If we head into a back room, it'll be hidden then.
Yeah, you will be hidden. You're in a sort of.
Yeah.
It's a weird sort of like. It looks like it should be a part of the building opposite, but it's a relatively small chamber with like very, very basic things in, like a sack of food, a bench, and a table. And that's about it. So,
Yeah, I'll just. I assume I don't know how I'm gonna be able to get my shield back. Actually,
well, I'll say at this point, Valent like drags Paravel's body inside, inside the small room, and just leaves him on the floor next to the bench. And he is still like sputtering, but
Hey,
life is
so-
leaving him.
hey, so if I leave my shield here, will I be able to get it back? Because like Theon gave it to me, so
Yeah, you can come back for it later.
okay, I'm gonna leave my shield here
All right, cool. So,
with Caravel's dying body.
fair enough. At this point, after you've all changed into your robes, regardless, I will say, Zephyr, you can do a similar thing to Theoden because you're wearing chainmail, where you can throw it over the top if you want to keep your armor.
Did you say
Um,
Theoden?
Fucking hell, Valent. Shit. Sorry, I'm getting confused because we're talking about different
Oh
people.
no, Theoden
Big
is
reveal.
Valent.
How
Plot
traumatized would you
twist.
be? That'd be amazing. Theoden's the big bad guys. Fucking hell.
It would literally be the massivest plot twist because when we first met this guy, Theoden was out of the city
Yeah.
completely.
Yeah. Regardless, whatever items you are choosing to leave behind are left behind, and you have yourselves in your robes. So, is everyone? Well, I don't need to ask Ty because you're already doing it. So, Okesk and Zephyr, you're both still wearing your armor underneath the robes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look, I took my armor off last time. Ain't doing it again.
Fair enough. So, with the shield at your side and sword over your back, Zephyr's first out into the street. Okesk, same again, rapier to the side. And like I
I'm
said,
just
there are basic...
slowly adjusting my mask.
Okay.
As I
And you
walk
all
out.
emerge looking as anonymous as anyone could. And you watch as Valent just sort of like...
I assume the robes have like hoods.
Yeah, they are hooded robes and the mask is just a white...
I was gonna say, if they weren't hooded robes, my hair's on like full display.
No. They are, yeah, they're just very long monk-like robes with a large hood, and like I say, all you can really see of a person is a white mask, maybe some of their skin tone and the skin tone of the hands, and that's it. But other than that, but Valent comes out. He is
Is there
I
wearing.
anything
really
we
should
can
have
roll
gotten
on
used
my
to
neck and
some
hands?
gloves.
You what?
Can we like hide the hands in the sleeves?
Because like you two really needed gloves, to be honest.
I'll say, for the sake of the argument, yes, you can consider yourselves hidden, as in you are all anonymous. If I had to do this constantly, it would be like, are they using their own weapon? Could you track the weapon? Blah, blah, blah. And that's a lot of effort. So I'll say, for the purpose of this, you are disguised. You do not look like yourselves, other than obviously height and stature. Alright, so as you walk forward, fucking wrong names. Valent takes a step forward and he just like sort of like adjusts the breastplate and at the side and just like tightens it and gets himself ready for combat, and he's sort of like draws the sword from his side and goes, well,
I really
just
am
sort of
sorry about stabbing you, by the way, because like I'm not that sorry because you threatened to kill us, but like
I've seen worse.
and
And he just he just like holds his hand for a second. He's got his sword at his side and he's like, wait, and then everyone make a perception check for me.
Oh no.
don't see shit.
16.
I'm blind.
6.
The mask obscures. I've got a 4.
16.
The masks
Alright.
are too big for us to see.
The masks are just too big.
Right, so while Okesk and Zephyr are sort of like fiddling with their gear and
Readjusting my.
trying to comfortably get the ropes to sit over their armor, and they're like, yep, this works, okay. Just like a split second before you notice, Saros, Valent begins to like stride forward, taking his sword to his side and charging in the general direction of the temple, and you can hear shouting and screaming from this would be your northeast sort of direction. Further through the city, you can hear a shouting and screaming in the general direction of the Lightfall repository as Valent begins to charge forwards. Is everyone following him?
Yes.
Alright. As you're getting closer, he has
Am
a
I
little bit...
answering for the group now?
I
Are you guys
suppose.
following too?
I assume you're all following, but
Yeah, I can
it's up to
do.
you guys. Ty?
Do you say Valent's going to the temple, but they're
He
screaming
is
from the...
charging the temple.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. As he's got his sword to his side, you watch as two of the guards seem to see him approaching and go, "They're here!" As one of them gets immediately cut down by Valent, is sort of just brings his sword up from his side, slicing straight across the torso of one of the individuals, and then sort of spinning the sword in his hand, stabbing into the chest of the other, and goes, "Well, no time like the present," and sort of makes his way to the front of the temple. So, I need everyone to roll initiative. Alright, and I
How many
will
people have
very-
we got to fight? I don't like this. I really don't like this.
Alright, so I will get this up. Can everyone see that on Discord? We've got a little bit of something new.
Yeah. Ooh. It's fun.
I
Oh,
will very
Oh.
quickly
I
get rid
like.
of the maps slideshow that is on here. There we go. Yeah, don't get used to it. It's very fucking difficult.
Well, you're pouring.
Don't worry, I'll use it for a few things, but it's a pain in the ass to do for everything because you can't find tokens that are for this, unfortunately. Where's my pencil gone? Just give me all of 2 seconds. Change that music. Where's my normal pencil gone? There it is. Alright. So. 20 plus. What you
Yep. 21.
Okay. 15 plus.
Yeah, got 15.
15 exactly. Okay. So. And Sean, what you on?
And
10. Okay. So, as you are all charging towards the temple, you get to a sort of like a entranceway. It's more of an open, large, tall chamber, probably about 30 or so, 40 so feet high. And just give me 2 seconds while I get some dice out. Right. I just need to get that sheet real quick. If I could get sheets without throwing things everywhere, that'd be beautiful. So, you can see all the guards arranged in this sort of way. I will say, as you've all entered, if I could get my mouse, there we go. Valent was first and is stood just inside of the doorway. And I'll say, unless you have any other ideas of where you want to go, this will be your general location. Is that all good?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so. First up in initiative order is Saros. Again, fucking hell. Getting quite a few.
I don't know what I want to do because I don't want to hurt the guards.
Can you not knock them out?
I was gonna say, can we not just knock them out as best we can?
It's up to you guys. You can do non-lethal damage if you like, but spells, I'll say, are... You can't knowingly direct a spell not to kill someone if you hit them with fire. So, swords, for example, I'll say you can hit with, like, the hilt of the sword or the flat of the sword and knock them out. But they are armed and ready to kill you, so it's up to you what you want to do. Yeah. What are you doing, Ty?
Actually, no. I'm in. Screw it. Can I cast Fog Cloud?
Sure, where are you casting it?
Just in the building.
Well, it's a 20-foot radius, right?
Yeah.
So, where is what I'm asking.
Could I cast it around the thing we're trying to steal, so the orb?
Yeah, sure. I'm just trying to find a marker. Oh, let's not use the same marker, Aaron. Right, so it's just centered on a point you can see within range, right? What's the range of it?
120 foot.
120. Yeah, you can do that. So we'll say, and it's a 20-foot, 20-foot radius, right? Or is it 20? Does it say 20-foot
20 foot radius? Yeah.
Okay. So we'll say it's there, so it obscures 20 foot out in every direction. So these two and these two are all in currently this large, thick fog that seems to just have come from the floors and raised up around them, and they are currently blinded. They cannot see anything. I believe it just counts as heavily obscure, right?
But
Something like that.
Valen can't see them either.
No, none of you can see them. They are in a fog. You have lost track of 4 of the guards.
Good.
Okay. End of your turn?
Yeah.
Valant will charge forwards into the middle of these 2 individuals and is going to go ahead and make his attacks. Okay. And he is wielding a long sword, which is, if I can find the right dice. Okay. Right. So, you all watch as Valen takes a step and charges towards the first guard and just runs him through straight away into the pillar. And as he sort of like backs off, whatever life would be remaining in this individual, he just slides the sword two-handed across his body, and this guard drops dead. He then charges forward to the other guards, sort of doing a flourish spin, and the first strike is blocked by the shield of the guard. But as he's there, he drops the sword for a second and thrusts it through the abdomen, and that guard is hurt, but not dead. So, up next is a Kesk.
Okay, I'm gonna try knock the same guard out
Okay.
using my rapier.
Sure, so, oops, I'm the wrong person.
So
10, there you go.
that'll be a 17 to hit.
Yep, that hits.
And that would be 7 damage. Or like, would that knock him out?
Yeah, so you're going with like... I will say, for your damage bonus, instead of adding your dex, add your strength. Because this is like blunt force trauma.
Okay, so that'd be +4 instead.
Have you got +4 to strength, Pack?
Oh no, I did it the wrong way around, sorry.
Okay.
No, so that'd be 3.
3 points of damage.
Yeah.
Fortunately enough, Valen took one hell of a swing at him. This guard is now down, and Valen just sort of like looks in your general direction for a second and goes, kill them. And he just sort of, well, tells you to kill them and moves on. They have that, they have that, they have that. Sorry, I'm just writing some stuff down. Okay. Those 2 guards are dealt with. Is that the end of your turn?
Yeah.
Alright. So, it's the guard's turn now. This one, 5, 10, 15, 20 is on you. And 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 is going to go for Valent. And 5, 10, 15... Actually, no. 10, 15,
Are we ready
20,
to get one shot,
Zephyr,
guys?
and 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 onto Zephyr as well. You guys don't know what's happening over here. So, Kesk first off.
Oh no.
15 plus 3, so 18 to hit.
Yeah.
Okay. And that is 3 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
Oh, you might live.
Valen,
I lived!
You watch as
I literally got my
like,
notebook ready to like.
you watch as one of them tries to like thrust his way towards Valen, and it just like impacts his armor and does nothing. And Valen takes his spare hand onto the staff and begins to just sort of like lock in with him. Zephy, 2 against you. Miss. 19.
Does not hit.
Oh shit, +1 shield. Oh, why did I let you have that? That puts your AC up to 20. Shit. I was like, oh, I just hit her. Because they've got a +3, so
Hard
it's
to
really
hit
hard to hit
it.
you. Fuck. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, you guys don't know what's going on there. So, up next is Zephy.
So that guy that tried to hit that guy in front of me, like dead in front of me.
Yep, they both missed, or at least they hit your shield and your armor.
I was gonna say the guy that came closest to hitting me. I don't know which one that was.
Right,
I'm gonna take a swing at them with my longsword.
go for it.
Trying to decide which dice to use would be best. 15.
Miss.
Damn.
So as you swing towards him, the shield again gets brought up and just sort of like blocks it for a second and pushes it off to the side. Anything else you want to do? Or is that your turn?
Not particularly.
Okay, I'm going to change my lights because I can. There we go. So, the end of... Right, top of the combat round. Saros, you're up. What are you doing? I love that I've managed to, like, do this moral thing where you don't want to kill anyone. It's my favourite thing. What are you doing?
I'm gonna go up to one of the ones by Zephy
Okay,
and hit them
so
with my staff and try and knock them out.
I will say you can go... Yeah, we'll say you go there. Alright, go for it.
18 altogether to hit.
Hits, roll damage. You can use it in 2 hands as well, because it's...
I'm only using it in 1 hand.
Well, no, if you can still, like, blunt force someone with 2 hands, it's just you'll do more damage, you'll get closer to knocking them out. It's up to you. What
I've
you
already
want?
rolled the d6 now anyway,
Okay.
so it's 3 damage.
3 points. Okay. So that is that individual. 3 points of damage. Okay. I'm fucking up already. Right. End of your turn.
Yes.
Okay, Valiant. Attacks the one in front of him. I'm not even going to bother rolling damage for that. That's a kill.
I'm gonna very quickly turn my light on.
Okay. So, you watch as Valiant just sort of like spins and... What the fuck? Oh, my music just changed. That was weird. You watch as Valiant just spins for a second and lashes out and just sort of cuts straight across the throat of one of the guards, nearly taking his head off. And then, since you're all occupied, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 disappears into the fog.
Fun.
Alright. 2 cents. Okay. You hear a commotion coming from the other side of the fog, and you hear blades clattering and the sound of like metal hitting metal, but again, you cannot see. So, to the best of your knowledge, Valiant is in there with 4 guards in the beacon. I need to mark that you've got concentration, actually. There we go. Alright, end of Valiant's turn. Akesk, you're up.
Okay, so I'm going to use my rapier again, and I'm going to still try and knock them out, rather than kill.
Yeah, go for it.
So that was a 13.
Miss. So as you take like the blunt end of your rapier towards him, you're not used to this sort of like close combat sort of style, and he just immediately blocks it with the shield and pushes it to the side and readies the spear. And as he is that the end of your turn?
Yeah.
All right. So as he readies the spear, he takes his attack and misses. You might just neatly dodge to the side. Zephy, 1 against you. No. And 1 against Saros. 15 plus 3, 18, Ty.
Yep.
Alright. So that is 5 points of piercing damage to you.
What, sorry?
5 points of piercing. And make a con save for concentration of fog cloud. Your DC's 10.
DC's 10.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a 10.
Just. Alright, so fog cloud is maintained. The area is still heavily obscured. Alright. Again, more clanging of metal, but nothing that you can physically see. End of the guard's turn. Zephy, you're up.
Again, swing at the guy who keeps swinging at me.
Okay.
Shit, I can't say that. 17.
Hits. Roll damage.
Oh, shoot. What? It's my damage. 1d8
1d8.
plus 3.
You've got smite if you need it. Okay, I'm just saying, I was just going to warn you that smite will probably make it lethal.
Yeah, that's why I'm trying to avoid it.
I'm just making sure.
That's full damage, so 11 points of damage to that guy.
Your sword razor uses your strength. Okay. That guy is also unconscious. And you sort of like rattle his
I
helmet
never
across
said I was not
are
trying to kill them.
Oh, okay, you're going for kills. Okay, fine.
No, I just never said I was trying to knock him out. I just
running him through with all right, running him through with the long sword. Fair enough. He is
Why is
dead and
this the
bleeding out.
Arcana music? What?
It's not.
It definitely was.
I don't know what it is. Hey, someone else followed. Yay. What was that? That was 25 minutes ago. Lol, I'm slow. Right. Is that the end of your turn, or are you doing something else?
That was definitely the Arcana music.
I don't know. I don't really care. It's just on a playlist for Twitch-friendly fantasy. So.
Yeah, that was the end of my turn.
Okay. Top of the round, Saris, you're up.
Bear in mind, you have just watched me run this guy through.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say to Sephi, we don't want to try and kill them, but not as loud.
But they die or we do. To be fair, I wasn't trying to kill him. I just was trying to hit him.
I'm going to cast. No, I'm going
Come
to.
on, TikTok.
I don't know what to do. Screw it, I'm going to run into the fog.
Alright, we gotta get an opportunity attack on you, but what's your movement speed?
30.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30. You are on the edge of the fog. You cannot quite get in there, so opportunity attack. 17.
Yeah.
Okay. 4 points of piercing. And make another con save for your spell. Concentration check.
That is a 12.
Okay, still good. So, the fog remains, and you can hear clashing inside of it as you run towards it. So, Valent's turn.
Why do I have a feeling he has some shit like true sight? And he can see in the fog cloud.
No, but you know contextually where things were and are. Or you know where they were and you can hear, so... You are at disadvantage, but you're not dead. Okay. Okay. Alright. That is the end of his turn. Again, you have no idea what's going on in there. No one can see. Akesk, you're up.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the same again.
Alright, go for it. Still non-lethal.
Yeah, well, I mean, it was a 7 anyway, so...
Okay, no. Same again, the guard blocks. And your turn?
Yeah.
Okay. That's 14 plus 3 to hit you, so 17.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Okay. 5 points of piercing damage. And Zephy. That's 21. Jesus.
That hits.
And 7 points. That's pretty good. Okay.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna say congratulations because I'm a nice person.
Alright. So.
It's gonna sound really condescending. It's not meant to be.
Alright. Yeah. I can't see anything. Okay. So, with that is the end of the guard's turn. They're not going to do anything else. Zephy.
Okay, I'm gonna swing at that guard
Alright, go for it.
that hit me. A 15.
Miss. Sort of swing and again blocked by the shield.
Wait, what does inspiration give me?
Advantage on a roll.
Can I use it now?
Yeah, we'll treat it like luck. Fuck it.
That's a 19 to
That
hit.
hits.
Yeah, I'll get rid of my inspiration. And then it's 1d8 again. That's 6 points of damage. Non-lethal this time. And I'm going to be like, I'm sorry, I panicked.
Right, well. You sort of like just lunge forward and like hit him in the head. He just sort of like reels back for a second and just falls unconscious on the ground. Because he'd already been hit. Alright. That is that one.
And then I'm going to move as close as I can to the fog cloud.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Alright. End of your turn?
Yeah.
Saris, you're up.
Me, I'd like to run in the vague direction of the orb. Is it pinned down? Is it secure?
Make a perception check with disadvantage because you're trying to search for something in the dark.
Oh, that's not good. That's a 12.
You do not manage to find it. You are in the fog with everyone else, and you are a little bit on the lost side. You thought you were going straight, and then there's several, like, while this only shows the one pedestal, there are several around, and you're sort of, like, feeling around, and you're like, I swear this one was the right, and you're like, maybe it was over here, and then you just kind of spend your turn looking around. End of yours, Valent. You can hear him just sort of like, come on! And just like swinging, but you hear nothing impacting. So, as far as you're concerned, he is swinging blind. Alright. And a Valent. Okesk.
Yeah, we're doing the same again.
Alright, go for it.
Oh, that's a 20, that one.
That hits.
And that would be 8 non-lethal damage.
Okay. As you sort of like slam with the rapier and the jury just like tilts his head for a second and then just looks back and is that the end of your turn?
And I'll get closer to the fog now.
Okay. He is not knocked out, so he will get opportunity on you.
Oh, right, okay, no, never mind.
Yeah, he's not down, he's dazed, but not down. Alright, end of your turn then. That misses you, I'm pretty sure. And a 15 hits high.
No.
Okay. You feel just like this gust of air go underneath and like slightly like catch the robes, and you watch as like a spear is just past you, and there is now presumably a guard stood right behind you, right next to you, in some way close enough to hit you with a spear. All right. Zephy. Oh.
I'm gonna I'm gonna run into the fog, I guess, and also
Where are
look
you going?
for. I'm also gonna look for the beacon.
Okay, perception check disadvantage.
Yeah. Oh, okay, that one almost went down my radiator.
Oh no.
Okay, so that's a 10.
No. You also traipse into the fog, and you are as blind as everyone else.
Saros, drop the fucking fog already.
Now,
We don't need it anymore. It's just hindering us.
All right, Saras, it's your turn. What are you doing?
I would. Oh, I don't know whether the orbs attached or not. I'd like to try and find the orb again, please.
All right, perception check disadvantage. It's a lower DC since you've already spent one turn looking. But
14.
okay, you go around. You manage to like get like a faint glow in the fog, and you sort of follow it for a second. 17 to hit you on the opportunity attack.
Yeah.
Okay. 4 points of piercing to you. As you are being swung at by an unknown source. But you manage to like come just in front of the beacon. You've got hands on. And there's like 2 large metal handles at either side as well for actually carrying the thing. Alright. Anything else you want to do? Are you taking it or are you...
Drop the
I
fog.
don't know where everybody is, so.
No, you do
So
not.
drop the fog.
If not, just break
Drop-
his concentration.
Drop the fog. If he doesn't drop the fog, I'm hitting him for his for my next turn.
Don't hit me!
It's like when this fog went up, you know there were 4 guards and Valent in there, but you have no idea of the state of things now.
Just drop the fog.
Yeah,
5,
but then he'll know I have
4,
it, and then he'll expect.
3,
Screw it, I'll drop it.
2. Okay. Fog is dropped, and you see. You are here. They are there. All right. So good goddamn timing to drop the fog. So, as you end your turn, Valent, you see like is swinging in a maniacal rage, and you can see you thought there were 4 guards here, but there are 5 bodies on the floor, and it's just him like covered like a sort of blood splatter has come across his mask and his armor, and he has been very violently swinging into essentially darkness. And as he's going to swing, he's swinging in the general direction of Seros. As the fog drops, he just holds his blade for a second, and then charges through the gap that is between you two into this individual here.
I'm on his head.
And he's going to make his attacks. Hit, 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 miss.
How many fucking attacks does this guy get?
Too many.
Right, very bad.
Way too
So-
many. The fuck?
You watch him strike 3 times and then miss a 4th. And as he does, he just sort of like carves into this individual, like putting an X across his chest and then pushing him back with both hands on the blade into the pillar. And you're sort of like breathing heavily and turning to Sarah and going, "Is it time to go? Can we go now?" He's like, very incessantly suggesting maybe you should leave.
There's 1 guard left, but like I think Akesk has it.
Well, we'll find out because it's a guest turn. You going for non-lethal again?
Yeah, why
All
not?
right, go for it.
It was a 9, so it'll just miss.
All right. As you all like come out of the fog, you see kind of sort of like grappling with someone in this very tight space, just like constantly swinging with the end of the rapier, trying to hit but missing. Gone. Okay. As the guard watches, like, the fog drop and sort of like, you know what? Okay. And he just sort of like pushes the cast slightly with the spear as he comes to straight down. He just sort of like looks to the side and sees a slew of dead comrades, and he just tries to dart out of the temple. So if you want to make an opportunity attack, go for it.
Yeah.
Alright.
Is like a natural fucking 20 on this?
Can still be non-lethal, but
9 again.
nope. So you just sort of like, as he's holding you back for a second, he just sort of like darts his way under and you swing around and just miss. Anyone else
no.
Anyone else want to do anything? He is running away, but
Can I like move after him?
yeah. We'll say we're out of initiative at this point, and you can start going after him, but you're trailing by about 30 feet. Off 25.
Yeah, there's. How far away from him am I?
Well, it would have been the end of this turn, so we'll say 60 feet.
Can I move 30 feet?
Yep. Yep.
And then I'm gonna throw my dagger at him.
Go for it.
It
Are you
says...
aiming to like knock it off his head like non-lethally, or are you aiming to kill him?
I'm just aiming at him at this point. Am I doing it with disadvantage? Because it's
Yes.
2060.
Yeah. So you're at disadvantage.
Oh, please.
Why did you roll so many dice? It sounded like
Rolled
about 20.
2!
Fuck. Alright, what'd you get?
That's a 7.
Okay. As you throw it, it narrowly misses like the side of a Kess face and just like ding, ding, ding,
Sorry!
lands on the ground in front. And the
Sorry.
individual continues running.
Can you pick that up
Unless
for
anyone
me?
wants to do anything.
Can I try throwing a dagger?
Sure.
Just pick up my dagger off
Yo.
the floor.
I've got 17 that time.
Yeah, hits.
Where is Valiant looking?
And that'd be 5. Non-lethal.
Yeah, so you managed to like sort of hilt end hit him in the helmet like very comically with like a little ting sort of sound. He just drops to the floor. And the two of you manage to collect your daggers. Valiant is sort of like breathing heavily and sort of like pinning this one individual against the pillar.
Is he looking in my direction?
No, he is currently like processing what just happened, if you like. If you give him long enough, then yes, he will be.
Yeah, I don't want to give him long enough.
Right.
I want to try to get out of there without him noticing.
Okay.
Shannon, stop murmuring.
Make a stealth check with disadvantage because you're carrying a giant glowing beacon.
Balls!
And you're going
It's a giant glowing beacon!
Can you not like hide it under the robes so it's like less glowy?
I'm not carrying anything!
Fucking hell. You can certainly try.
Just like the pregnant woman with the snacks in the cinema.
Yep. Got one of them bowl things that goes under your top.
That's a 14 with disadvantage.
As you do that, it's like holding this individual down. You watch as like you like glance for a second. You watch this individual like sort of roll, like eyes roll over backwards, and is very dead. And Valiant just like takes one hand off the sword and like puts it to your side. It's, where are you going?
To my friends.
Looks around. The two of you are just like picking up your daggers and getting ready to leave. He goes, right, well, really drawing attention. I think most of it's diverted off of us. Come on, follow me. And he sort of leads out of the building, and as he does, he brings the sword up, and every individual that was knocked unconscious, he is just slashing through to leave none alive. Unless anyone wants to try and stop him, he is killing everyone here.
I mean,
No witnesses.
mm. See, this wouldn't have happened if Caravel hadn't told everybody, but like,
Maybe it wouldn't, maybe it would.
I feel bad. Can't really do anything unless we want to die.
It's up to you guys. Anything you want to do? Five, four.
Is there
Three.
any unconscious guards left? Like,
He's
near
currently
me?
slashing through all of them. The only one I will say is probably the guy outside that you knocked out, that Akes knocked out with a dagger.
We try and hide him outside somewhere.
Oh, I was just gonna slit his throat so that Valent didn't have to do it. But like with an I'm sorry.
Just, I'll say at this point you probably come upon Akes who is like trying to like gradually like drag this individual. Do you still want to like stab him?
Yes.
No!
I won't make you make an attack roll because technically unconscious you've got like surprise and that means advantage and then probably a crit if you hit. So you just sort of okay, because you're like dragging this guard off like out the view of the side of the temple. Does that feel like, I don't know whether it's remorsefully or
Oh no, it's hella remorsefully. Like I don't want to be
sort of,
doing
like,
it,
takes the dagger,
but I feel like
places
if
it
we're
with a
caught
hand on the
not
back
doing it.
and just plunges it into the chest of the guard. All right.
I'm sorry, I just feel like if he caught us trying to hide the body, then like so.
As the two of you are stood outside in your robes, you can see like there is a small gathering of people that are sort of like coming out of their homes and going, they're, and then they just sort of like back off as they see Zephyr just plant the dagger.
Oh no.
Back in the
I don't want to go
temple
out
we
there.
go. Back in the temple we go.
It's up to you. Valent at this point is like holding his hands out as if he wants the beacon off of Seros, so
I'm gonna head back in the temple and just be like, hey, we got a gathering outside.
who are you saying it to?
Valent.
Well, to be expected, I suppose. Come on, give it to me. Let's get a move on. And just sort of like again holds his hands out towards Seros.
Why do you need it?
I don't trust you not to run off.
I'm gonna
Can I
back
trust you not to
Saros
kill us
up
if
on
I
this
give you it?
one. I'm gonna back Saros up on this one. This is our you aren't gonna kill us yet protection.
Just sort of like shrugs and goes, fine, you carry it. Gives me 2 hands for a sword. And just walks out into the street and continues on.
No, don't kill innocents.
You just watch as he sort of like
Killed
intently
a bunch
begins,
of
as you
innocents.
are stood in like the doorway watching. He's very intently walking forwards. He's not attacking anyone. He is just walking in the general direction of the docks.
Mm.
Oh no.
Do you follow?
How far is he away from us?
Well, the longer you wait, the further he gets.
I want to just say to Steffi, would Theo be able to help out?
I was gonna message Theo and ask him if there was any possibility that he may be able to come and help.
It's up to you.
I mean, he's like a really strong dude, right?
Yeah, like super strong. He's literally
Great!
like, I get the sending stone out and I hide slightly behind Saros and I just kind of whisper, hey Theo, we've got the beacon.
Help.
Please come and help. Valent is murdering innocents. Okay, bye, love you lots.
At this point, you can just hear like sort of like a scramble.
Oh no, I
almost,
didn't
and
say
then
2 words to bring tubs.
Fucking hell. That's when you go. Well, at the moment, no one can get to the Undercity. I'm not going to start killing people in the streets. I don't have a sword. As you would very much know, Theoden is not somebody that carries weapons or armor.
Fuck.
He just
Theoden
is
can't help.
essentially a commoner, other than the spells he has.
Theoden can't help. They can't get into the Undercity. What do we do now?
Do we have any idea of what race these other people are?
Predominantly
Probably
drow.
mostly drow.
They're not amphibious.
No shit. Neither
No.
is Zephyr, neither is Valiant.
And if
Where's the
you run
quickest
off,
way down to
and
the...
I die because of it,
What is
You
your
don't
plan?
have to come.
What's your
Just
plan?
go back
yes.
to
And if you run off and I die because of it, because I let you escape,
What are you doing? At this point, Valiant is a good, 100 to 120 feet from you.
we can't get out because nobody can get in. It's either follow him or you two fuck off with the beacon and I'm left with the... Shit.
Is the blink ring attuned to me?
Nope, not yet. You don't have
No.
time.
I can't exactly attune it now because it's like an hour or something. We can't just wait an hour.
At this point, I'll say Valiant is sort of looking back at you and gesturing come on.
Uh-oh.
I still think the best course of action would be to take it down to...
And let me get murdered.
well, maybe. I mean, I didn't know what else to say.
You have 1 minute.
Maybe I'll...
Oh no!
No! No! Don't put a timer on!
No!
What are you doing?
I don't
I
know!
think we kind of have to follow him. I mean, currently that's our safest option. Other than all of the innocents that could be murdered along the way.
Yeah,
I mean,
what could
you
be
two
less?
can follow him. I can go down. Or
And then
Akes
he'll
can
kill
go
the both
down.
of us.
I will say he knows who's holding the beacon. He's not stupid.
Yeah,
He's
he
also
knows
not
that you've got the
blind.
beacon, dumbass. I think our best option is to
20
genuinely
seconds.
Shit. No, we've got to follow him.
Yeah.
That's the only way we can... I fucking hate that there's a timer.
Unless Ty goes in the opposite direction to the way we're going
5,
with it.
4,
I don't think he
3,
can. I think we just got to follow him.
2, 1. Decision.
Oh no.
Now.
Follow him. We've got to follow him.
Zephyr's following. Akask
Yeah.
following. Saros following. Okay. You'll begin to trail behind Valiant now, a good 200 feet behind him. He sort of slows
I
down
mean,
to
we're
allow you
protected
to
by the
catch up.
cloaks and masks.
No one knows who you are.
Nobody knows who
Just-
we are.
What you doing? So, as you're walking forward, you can see there are individuals that look like they want to lurch forward and start to fight, but then they see Valiant, who is now covered in blood. He just sort of has an intimidating presence that is warning off anyone who would try. I'm going to switch off the battle map now. There we
If
go.
it's at all possible, I'm going to grab a member of the crowd and just whisper, please don't try anything, we're hostages here.
Make a stealth check.
Shit. Oh, I'm at disadvantage for stealth. I'm fucked.
No.
Not for this. This isn't.
No, I'm at disadvantage for stealth.
No, this isn't something where you're trying to sneak around. This is trying to subtly tell someone something and not be caught. So, no, you're not. Your armor doesn't affect this.
Can I provide
15.
advantage or not?
No, not for this.
15.
15. Okay. You sort of go off to one side for a second and pull someone close. What are you saying specifically?
Please don't try and attack us. We are hostages just as much as you.
Okay. You are not far from Valiant at this point. I would like to point that out.
And I'm whispering as quiet as I fucking can.
You watch as this sort of like male drow with like longish white hair, looks to be relatively young. He just sort of nods in agreement and like puts hands up and like backs away from you as in terrified.
I'm just gonna whisper thank you as I
He
walk
sort
away.
of like brushes like a small like drow child like behind him. He's like, all right. So, following Valiant further, you continue down the way, and again, there are people watching from windows. But the closer you get to the docks, the less attention seems to be on you.
Okay.
And I'll say, as you get to probably 200 meters from the docks, you start to hear a little bit of a commotion, probably. It sounds like it's coming from the opposite end of the docks, where there are several warehouses and larger ships. And Valiant just sort of like gives a hand gesture as in like keep down and continue. And currently drawing no attention, he sort of like veers off away from the commotion. So everyone following him, he sort of goes to a very small not like a pier like you would imagine normally, just like onto a rough bit of rock where there is a wooden outcrop and a small rowboat. And there he begins to like load himself up, and he pulls up like a burlap sheet, if you like, and gestures to Seros and as in put the beacon under here. Ty? Are you going with what he's doing?
I'm just kind of looking about to see if anybody's giving me any hints of what to do. I don't know.
At this point, no.
I think you kind of have to. Where's the other group? I'm gonna ask Valiant this. I'm gonna say to him, "Where is the other group?" I thought we were
Sort of
meeting
like-
them here.
Sort of like gestures like put the beacon under to Seros again. It's clearly more important to him than whatever you currently have to say.
I'm going to ask him to answer the question.
Right over there. And you can, again, there is still a commotion coming from the opposite side of the dockyard.
So they're the distraction. Okay.
Yeah, I think you've kind of got to put the beacon in the bag now, Tyler.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't think there's any way to keep it from him.
There's like a small metal box underneath, and you just sort of like slides it in and raises, like puts down like a almost like plate of metal to enclose it, and covers it with a burlap sack and jumps in, sort of like drops the breastplate from himself, putting it in the boat, and begins to like set himself to like row on one side. And there are like 3 other spots where you guys would be rowing, or you can take it each, just whichever's faster. Regardless, you all get into the boat, and he begins to like row his way out of the opening of the undersea, which is a sort of large cavernous break in the cliffside.
Wait, is that Jake in chat? Is anybody going to tell him his character's dead?
Nope. He can rewatch the stream if he likes.
I mean, I just kind of did, but okay.
Yeah, no, but you know he can watch when he dies. So, as you all row your way out of the cliffside and into the open air, you are not really noticeable. You are a tiny rowboat at the side of like gigantic cliffs. Who else is rowing? 2 people need to row, as in like Valen and someone.
I suppose it'll be me.
Make an athletics check for me.
Is the box in front or behind Valiant?
It is at the back of the boat.
The back.
That's a 19.
19.
Mhm.
Okay. You continue to row, and you're getting like good pace, and you can see it's sort of like going for a wide berth, sort of like going up the coastline towards, well, sort of coasting northward up the coastline. Anyone asking anything, doing anything in this time, or are you just rowing until you stop?
Can
What's
I
the
be like
plan
trying
now?
to? Sorry.
What's the plan now when we've rowed?
Sort of like looks over his shoulder for a second. Goes, "We're going to that," and he points to like the large atlas-like statue that holds the keep. Yes, we're rowing to the base of there. That's all you need to know. Go. And continues like rowing the hardest that he can.
Can I try and discreetly like attune this blinkering?
Yeah, I will say it takes you a long enough time. I'll say you can all take a short rest in this time if you like, so you can spend your 2 hit dice and recuperate some HP. This would count. Other than Zephyr, you're not resting.
Yeah, I was gonna say I can't do it.
The other 2 can take a short rest. And I'll say it takes you just under an hour to physically row through the waves and towards the keep. Anyone else doing anything?
I can't really do anything.
Right.
Does anyone want a bardic inspiration?
Isn't it something with bards and short rests? I can't remember. I'd be right.
Am I able to use my lay on hands pool to heal myself while we're rowing? Or do I
Yeah.
physically need to touch myself to do it?
No, you would, but you can take a second to do it.
Okay, I'm gonna heal myself that 7 points then.
Okay. So, as you continue rowing, you make, eventually, after just shy of an hour, you make your way to the base of the keep where there's like a small beach, if you like, at the base of this, and Valiant sort of like gets up and grabs for himself the box at the back of the boat and sort of like holds it, and he's now holding a large, akin to what you saw at the monolith. It looks like a heavy lead box, and he sort of like grabs it and continues forward.
Shit, who grabbed the crystals?
Tyler.
No, Tyler grabbed the gold.
I don't know. No one marked it down.
Jake marked it down. Who grabbed them off of Paravel?
I will say whoever wants them can have them.
I'll take them.
Okay.
Okay.
So continuing in, Valiant has now sort of like grabbed his gear, sort of crudely thrown on the chest piece and grabbed the box, and is continuing up like a very crude set of stairs that wind up to a stone doorway. Is everyone following?
Is there anything around the stone doorway, like inscriptions, symbols?
There is. I will have to find a very quick note on this. I'm not sharing my screen with you guys anymore, am I?
No.
No.
I just need to find something very, very quickly. Make a religion check for me. I'm pretty sure I only have one, but I need to check this.
Oh no.
That is 17.
17, okay. This would probably be... Yeah, okay. I'm just making sure I'm right. At the top of the door you can see what looks to be a very similar carving to a mask and a large hood, and at the base of it a raven with wings spread. And this is a symbol to the Raven Queen, which is, you would know from that role, the goddess of death. So, you know what? Actually, yeah, tie it again. Make a, what will this be? History? Yeah, history check. Let's go with.
Come on, dice, don't fail me now. History. Thank God. That'll be 17 again. I have +2 in it. Thank you.
Yeah, boy. Okay. So, you would know that the old there have been many different iterations of this dynasty in terms of its government and its location. The first one was what is now the Armrose Adventurers Guild. That was the original sort of keep of people, and when they built this, it was said to be built on the backs of great warriors, and they meant it literally. The entirety of the inside of this statue is a catacomb / mausoleum. So this would be just a lower entrance to it. Alright, so. Alright.
So there'll be lots of tunnels, doorways, everything else.
There's not necessarily... right, so, as you all enter, you see a large, essentially large chamber going straight up. And there is just a spiral staircase up the centre of it. And as well, you can see another individual in the same yellow robes with a porcelain mask. And Valent just kind of goes over and... Sorry, I'm just finding something. Apologies, I'm trying to find something. There we go. Okay. And Valent takes the box, lifts up the side that was closed, and brings out the beacon and hands it to this other individual. What are the rest of you doing? No? Okay, waiting. So, as he hands it off, you can now see there's like a set of runes on the floor, and at the centre, it's a rather large chamber. There are several sort of like cylindrical chambers off to each side. Again, more of a mausoleum, or catacombs. And the individual brings the beacon into one of these that is etched with runes all over the floor, and sort of like lifts the beacon onto a pedestal in between them all, and goes to taking chalk and like marking the floor and continuing round and finishing whatever inscriptions these may be. That's not much.
Can we tell what the inscriptions are? Like, do any of us recognize them?
You're all casters, so everyone make an Arcana check.
18.
18, okay.
8.
8, and Shan?
I got an 8.
Okay. I'm just trying to find a little bit of information because I forgot.
My rolls have been so bad today.
I will say this is a combination of evocation runes, which is things like firebolt, frostbite, and such. So more of the destructive, if you like. One of the more destructive spell schools.
Is there any way it can be interrupted by another spell discreetly?
Not unless you have a way to discreetly cast another spell, but he's currently just drawing on the floor, and if the longer you wait, the longer he just goes round and draws various lines.
This is going to sound really dumb, but I'm going to like pretend to trip and scuff a line with my hand as I fall.
Make a stealth check. This is with a disadvantage because you're in your armor.
Disadvantage.
Yup.
5.
At this point, the individual goes, "Out of my way, get up!" and just continues and like scores that line again and continues around.
I'm going to trip him.
What way actually to get up? You
Make
just
a
like slip again.
dexterity check.
A dexterity check.
Yeah.
Oh no.
While Shan's doing that, can I just kind of rub a bit out with my foot?
It's a 5.
You can make a stealth check. You can have advantage for the fact that she's doing that. I will say that the individual just like stops for a second and goes, "Really?" So it turns to Valen and goes, "Are they with us or against us?"
I got a 15.
Wait, don't worry about us.
Right. At this
Don't
point,
mind us.
Valent turns
Your mind
to
is just ruining all of your like
Valent
little
turns to
attempts
Ceres
to
as he like
destroy
picks up his
things.
foot for a second. He goes, ah.
My foot was going numb. I needed to shake it.
Right. Well, they're supposed to be with us, but since they're doing this,
I'm gonna start fake vomiting in the corner
Oh no.
as a distraction.
I'll say before you get to that, he just kind of goes, "Will you all do me a favor and stand outside?"
I mean, I'd like to see how this goes down.
But it's cold.
No, as in outside of that specific chamber.
But it's cold.
All right. And I goes, well, we're here. How long do you need? And the other individual sort of turns and goes, should be about 10 more minutes, and we'll see what happens. And Valen goes, I'll be keeping watch, and sort of ascends the spiral staircase.
I'm gonna stab the guy doing the runes with my longsword.
You're going to stab him?
Yep.
The Valent said he'd be
He just
keeping
said he's
watch.
keeping watch.
No, as in he's going to watch up, so yeah, he's not in the room.
Oh,
with you.
okay, so is there just this
I'm
one
gonna stab
guy?
him.
Yeah. Make an attack roll.
Can I make, before she does that, can I make a perception check to see how if
That's
there's
a 10.
clear path out?
She chose to do it.
That's a 10.
No, even without shield, that's not going to fucking hit. And he just goes,
I could have used that bardic inspiration.
and just sort of like
Sad
holds his hand out
times.
for a second towards a lot of you. And I need everyone.
Now what have I done?
I
just
didn't do
you.
anything.
Hang on. I just want to check that I'm right on this. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Yeah, okay.
I'm waiting for the
Everyone
insta kill.
to make a wisdom
Hello?
save.
Oh, I might be
Oh,
alright with
no.
wisdom saves. Wait, shit. 17 plus 4, that's a 21.
Fail.
Oh no.
I'm sorry.
Anyone else?
16.
I couldn't
Fail.
overroll you first.
If a 21 failed, we all failed.
Okay. So,
Oh no.
What did I
Oh.
do?
Shit.
you watch this individual just sort of like
I'm sorry.
turns his hands and makes this out of sort of like glyphs, extends them and sort of like opens his hands towards you, and as you do, you all feel yourselves just like lock up, and you are paralyzed.
Not this crap again.
If you,
I'm sorry,
if you
it's
really
usually
want to,
my fault, okay?
If you really want to, you can try and break out of it several times over. But
Yep.
all right, go for it.
How do we do that?
Wisdom saves until you make it.
Is there a
Actually,
catch?
you know what? Actually, you know what? I'm going to ask a question real quick. What is everyone's wisdom save bonus?
Plus
Plus
4.
0.
+2, +2. None of you can physically succeed this.
Mine's a plus 4.
Yup. Their save DC is a 25.
Oh my god.
Even if we
And-
roll a natural 20.
That's not an auto success. You can still,
Bitch.
if you are terrible at a dex save and you roll a nat 20, but the DC is 21, you're still on a 19. If you have a -1, so you still fail. Nat 20s don't save you in this instance. Yeah, this is also the spells extended from 1 minute to half an hour. Sorry, let me do some quick maths. 4, 8, 16 minutes.
Why?
Why?
Sad time.
Because you just tried to stab him with a sword, you fool.
Because he's a sorcerer and extended spells a thing. We love meta magic.
Fuck sorcerers. That
Regardless,
includes you, Tyler.
What?
Regardless, the individual continues going around and making these runes. And you watch as he scores the last line
Oh no.
and the beacon lifts
is there literally nothing any of us can do? Like, can't I
You are
cast
held
something
in
from
the-
my
Unless you can
crystal?
roll
on
a
my
fucking
You
staff?
23,
are
Tyler.
paralyzed. I will.
Would I be able to cast Mage Hand?
A paralyzed creature is incapacitated, cannot move or speak. Creature automatically fails strength and dex saving throws. Attack rolls against a have advantage. Any creature that hits with a melee is a critical hit. So no, because incapacitated would be.
Can I
Um,
pray,
incapacitated,
but not out loud?
incapacitated creatures can't take actions or reactions. Yes, you are not unconscious, so you can certainly try.
I'm gonna pray too soon.
Go for it.
Hey, Mum. So few issues. I'm fucking paralyzed. Would love it if we could get some help.
Oh, whoops, I didn't realise I did
You
that.
just see that the get help scene
Um,
from Thor Ragnarok.
As
I
much
don't want to
as-
do get help. We're doing get help. No, I don't want to do it.
Alright, so.
I'd love it if we could get
As
some
much as you
godly
all try
assistance,
and-
please.
You do not have the spell, technically. Divine intervention
No,
is not
I
a
know.
thing. You know what? Roll percentile. If you can roll... Right, okay, I'm going to think of a random number. If you roll that number, I'll let you have it.
Wait, so do I need to roll a percentile and a d10?
Yeah, that's how percentile works.
That's a 9.
No. If you would have added another 60, I might have let you have it, but... Regardless, as the sort of like sorcerer begins mumbling under his breath as he comes to the last final marks of chalk, you watch as the beacon begins to rise into the air, and the like dodecahedron shape of it, each face begins to lift away slightly. And as it does, you watch this sort of like burst of energy come out, and as it hits you, your eyes roll back. And in what order shall we do this in? We'll do
I
it in the
don't
order I've
like
writ-
what
do it in the order I've
order.
written it. So, as you all, like, in the last moments you have, you can see all of these.
I'm
It's
sorry.
weird, you can see. No. Sorry. In the last moments you have before you go unconscious,
Oh, okay.
you can see the room shifts. It goes from pitch black to slightly carved stone to carved sort of gaps in the walls, and then those gaps gradually fill up with bones. Then you watch as the chamber breaks and moss creeps in and it crumbles, and you all get the sense that you are seeing a very, very accelerated passage of time. And then you all get your own individual, if you like, visions. Zephy, you see...
Wait, should we do this so
No, it's
it's
fine.
not
You can
shared
all,
in the
you can
group?
all
Or...
know this. Zephy,
Mhm.
you see a woman standing in front of you as you are much shorter than she is, and she's just sort of leaning on a counter speaking. And then you sort of like look up, and as she turns, she goes, Zephy, will you go and get? And then it fades for a second, and you realise it was your mother speaking to you as a child. And then you see, in a flash again, training with Theoden in his yard. And you see the first time you manage to successfully break one of the training dummies. But then you see yourself, you sort of like look down for a second, and you see yourself just up in the air, and you're looking down on Olenthius. And you realise something's holding you aloft, and you're just like... And you look to your sides, and you can see wings. And then as they fade, you fall once more, and in the darkened chamber, you feel yourself on one knee, looking up to a darkened figure, you know not who, and your vision turns black. Saras, you can see even further back in time than you thought possible. You can see the crumble of a civilization. You watch a large ocean city collapsing under the weight of the god's might itself, and a large mass just cruising around and breaking and destroying different elements and different towers of a large central keep. And then it blurs for a second, and you feel yourself sort of zoomed in almost, like you've been pulled through the water towards the keep, and you see a glimmer fall from the keep as an individual is knocked from it, and you see the fall of a crown just gradually falling into the deep depths below, and then your vision goes black. A cask.
Oh no.
You see yourself exiting through the large iron gateways that you've seen many times before of the undersea arena. You see, as you enter, it sort of blurs for a second, then you hear the crowd sort of like cheering your name once more. And you then see a small celebration with yourself and your girlfriend, counting the gold from your various ventures. And you then see a sort of montage-esque sequence of yourself and the party going through amazing, glorious battles and the travel, and you're watching like gold sort of like pour into a small sack that you've got at the side of you. And then you see the cathedral, but adorned in a very beautiful manner. And you sort of like look down for a second, and you swear you see a figure stood. Two figures stood in front, one looking at you and one facing sideways. And then your vision turns black. And you all drop for a second, and you can see the individual who was casting the spell has dropped to the floor, and there is, behind him, several of these bodies that are at the sides that are entombed as almost mummified figures begin to and break. And the largest of which is a giant at the back of the room.
Oh no.
And breaks and grabs the mage by the head and just pulls it clean off. Tossing it to the side as you all regain your consciousness. You're all stood in the room, free of the spell, free to your own movement. Everyone roll initiative again.
Oh no!
Oh shit!
No!
Drop this shit on us! Don't give us like little time montagey moments that are soft, and then go roll initiative.
That's D&D, man.
No!
Let me share my screen once again.
Holy fucking shit!
Oh no.
And I will switch to that. Alright.
Holy shit. Wait, why am I the closest to him?
No,
my God.
That's where I placed you originally. I will say you are back here, the lot of you. It's not the best map I could find, so apologies, but it's the only circular map I could find, which is BS. Alright, stat sheet, new one. Yay!
Is it just this giant?
Yeah, for now.
Oh no.
And
Can?
everyone make a perception check, actually. Just tell me your initiatives first, actually. Sad that, I'll do that in a minute.
11.
11.
18.
Okay.
Hey, me and Tyler are on the same initiative.
Chump.
We can do
Yo, have the same health though.
Bullshit.
Wait, could we have a short rest while I was incapacitated?
You've already had one.
No.
You've already had one time.
I'm at full health, I'm good.
I'm not.
Did you not take the short rest?
I did. I didn't use all my hit dice though.
Fucking idiot.
Did you only use one of your 2 hit dice?
Use your other one.
I will allow you to use your other one because you didn't know. You were going into this and...
When he says,
I'm being nice to you because you'll need it.
use your hit dice, he really does mean use the hit dice.
I'm going to get rid of that. And then I'm going to leave it at that, I think. Yeah, okay. So. Up first in the order, Kesk.
Yeah.
Did you not want us to roll perception?
Oh, yes, sure. Go for it. Yeah, why not?
Oh, these are some
Oh,
awful
no.
rolls today. That was a nat 1.
Oh no.
Yeah, same. I rolled an 8.
I got a 16.
Alright. Ceres, you notice as everyone is hyperfixated on the giant that has come forth, you notice the beacon is just laying on the ground completely intact. The other two do not notice this.
Yoink.
I'm gonna go.
We're a bit
Guys,
too busy, getting
oh,
our
can I be in the
weapons
middle
ready.
of them?
It's not your turn, so you've
I
got to
want
wait
to
till
be in
your
the
turn so
middle.
you can action it. Actually, you know what? Wait, what was
Let
your
him be in
initiative?
the middle.
No, actually, your initiative was first anyway. So yeah, you can spend. I'll say your bonus action notifying them of it, if you wish.
Tyler's initiative wasn't first.
Was it not?
I got an
it's
11.
fine.
No.
Oh, apologies. I wrote it down
Tyler's
wrong.
done the same as me.
I thought. Right. The thing is, I wrote a cast twice, and I was like, which one was higher? And then I'm like, I swear Tyler's higher. All right. So on your turn, you can make them
Yeah,
aware.
no.
Until then, I'm a retard. I did the exact same thing again. Akask, go. What are you doing? This giant.
Has
is
the
sort of
giant
hulking its way
noticed
towards you.
us?
Oh yeah.
Oh no.
I was like, yes.
Glad I did not use any
Right.
of my spell slots.
We're
In the
going
last
for Bane, right?
All right. Go for it. So what's the save on that?
It's a charisma save
Ooh.
of 13.
Yeah, that's a fail. Okay, Bane.
Nice.
Straight off the bat. I'll put that on for Bane. There you go. Just for reference as well, this here, this sort of like cross section is where the actual space is, not the arm. Just so we know. Okay. Bane,
Okay.
success. Done. Anything else?
And does anybody want a bardic inspiration now?
My rolls have been alright. I think I'll be good.
I'll take it.
Alright. Zephyr, yes.
1d6, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Bardic inspiration. Do you want to move at all?
Not right now.
Okay. So, what is the speed? 5, 10, 15, 20. Sorry about the motorbike. Alright, so you all watch as this hulking giant that's probably standing at least 30 feet tall in this chamber. It comes down and just sort of brings both arms down and strikes towards Zephyr. You're the one in the middle.
Yeah.
Alright. Grog dice.
Grog.
Misses. So as you come out of your daze for a
Aw.
second, you're like,
Tough luck.
huh? And then you sort of like take the shield and hold it and manage to like almost like Captain America turtle yourself underneath the new shield. Alright. End of its turn. Saros, you're up.
It is me!
I believe he has. Wait, actually, who has a higher dex? Because you're on the same initiative.
I've
so
got a +0.
I thought Ty, you would definitely have more than the +0, right?
Yeah, I got +2.
Yeah. I'm just doing it by who has a higher
Okay.
dex. That's all.
I would like to flank around,
Alright.
and I am going to use Burning Hands.
Are you sure? That's a 15-foot cone. I believe.
Oh, Buzz is, never mind. 'cause
I got some friendly
are
fire
actually
going on.
definitely
Burning
close
hands!
to.
Sorry, Zephyr.
Yeah, burning hands would be hitting. Yeah,
I
definitely.
think it'd hit me.
It would hit both of you.
Both
like...
of us.
Shocking, I'll use Shocking Grasps then.
Alright, go for it.
Because it says Burning Hands, I think it's a touch. That's what's throwing me.
No, burning hands is like
That is 16 altogether for Shocking Grasp.
16 hits. Right
Do you
on.
get
Yeah.
advantage because I'm on the other side?
Come on, dice, don't burn me now.
So if you want to roll, if you want to roll it again
Tyler,
in
if
case
you
it's
want
a
to roll it
crit,
again in case it's a crit.
you are flanking.
Oh,
it,
balls,
so-
you
flanking.
have advantage, Flo.
I'd remind you just in case.
No, natural 18, so it'd be like a 24.
Okay, still hits. Roll your damage.
Max damage, 8 points.
8
Oh,
points of damage.
lightning
Okay.
damage. In your face!
Right. 8
I would
points.
also like to just like poke my head around and go, hey guys, the orb's here.
Pick it up then.
Alright. So, end
I'm
of
vibing to
Cyrus's
the
turn.
music.
Zephyr, you're up.
Yeah, I'm gonna swing at it with my long sword.
All right, go for it.
I get advantage because flanking. Seriously, are you fucking serious? I rolled a 3 and a 5, so my advantage would be a 10.
No, miss. All right.
Wait.
You have Bardic.
I do have Bardic. Would it help?
Of course it'd help.
Yeah.
It's Bardic Inspiration.
Here's where she gets up.
That's an 11 to hit.
Still a miss.
I rolled a 1 for Bardic.
That
Oh.
sucks. Okay. So,
My dice
Zephyr
hate me.
wings with all her might, missing the creature.
You missed something.
I
that
am
big,
really
God's
annoyed
sake.
and dazed, so I'm just gonna yell bitch as loud as I can.
All right. Akask, you're up.
Yeah. Oh, what should we go for this time?
Something that hits would be nice.
Should we go for a thunderclap? Which
Thunderclap
is a con save.
Okay.
For me as well, would it not be?
No, Thunderclap is single
Oh
target.
no, it's Thunder Wave that pushes back.
Is the other.
Okay.
So Thunderclap, what's the... That is a 13 on the con save.
Okay, so I think would that just make it because that is the save
If
is a
that's the save,
13.
it's a success, yeah. Does anything happen on a success, or is it a success?
No.
Or nothing? Okay. All right. You got Bardic still if you want to give anyone else a bonus action.
Zephyr, do you want another Bardic?
Yes, please.
All right.
Nice.
As you cheer on your comrade to do better next time, the
Go,
giant
Zephyr, go!
makes a swing at Ceres because he's the only one that's hit.
He buzzed it.
Jeez, okay, bad rolls. 14. No, that don't hit you.
Is the Bane as well?
Fuck you.
If it doesn't hit, it doesn't really matter. But
Fuck you, giant.
okay. Bad rolls, bad rolls. Okay. Saros, you're up.
Chromatic orbing this bitch.
Go for it.
And I won't forget about advantage.
What damage type are you using?
Don't use necrotic.
What?
Don't use
Shut
necrotic
up.
if it's.
What are you using?
I'll use Radiant.
Okay. See if you can hit it. You don't get advantage because it's a ranged attack.
Fair enough. Oh, pause here is. That's 19 then.
That hits.
What do I? 3d8. Booyah. That is 6 points of damage.
6. Okay. Alright, nice.
Why did you have to roll so stupid?
That the end of your turn?
Yeah.
Alright. Zephyr, you're up.
Yeah, I'm gonna hit it with my longsword.
Go on. Get it this
Again.
time. Get it. Advantage. Go.
I'm gonna shout, don't miss.
That's an 11.
Bardic.
I know.
If you choose... Okay.
That's a 14.
That makes it.
Yes!
Woohoo!
It's not terribly hard to hit. It's a giant.
I hate my dice.
Get new dice.
You pumping smite into it? Or
I've tried 8 different pairs. Yes, I'm pumping smite into it.
Oh.
3d8, isn't it? Five. So that's 8 slashing damage, and then another 5 radiant.
Alright. Good hits. Alright. So, there's a giant
Like
that's
it if they
pummeled
actually.
you and it's turned away to hit Ceres for a second. You manage to drive your sword into its calf using your Bardic. There we go. Right. Up next is Akask.
Yeah, so we're going for another thunderclap.
Go for it.
So that's another con save.
Fail.
Nice.
It's,
So they
yeah, it's
take
got no proficiency in it.
1 damage.
1. Okay, better than nothing. Alright,
At times.
I know. Alright. End of your turn, the giant. It's gonna make a strike at Zephy. Wait, what's my bonus? Shit. 21.
That one hits.
Alright. I need dice. Dice. Plus. Okay. Well, that's bloody terrible. 8. 8 plus 5. 13 points of bludgeoning damage from the slam.
Cool.
Alright.
I'm okay.
Still alive. Saros, you're up.
I am going to. I'm going to use Firebolt.
Alright. Make your attack.
That is a 13.
Hits.
Balls, I need a 6 points of fire damage.
Nice. Okay. Alright then. So, as you loose the fireball into its back again as it hurts Zephy, it's sort of like getting a little bit confused and sort of like turning on itself, trying to like swing to both sides. And it is looking hurt. Well, not quite. Close. Right. Zephy,
My
you're up.
turn?
Go for it. Advantage.
That's so much better. A 17.
That hits.
I'm also going to smite this one too.
Yeah, you've still got your spell slot, so go for it.
So that's full slashing damage, so 11 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
And then 7 points of radiant damage.
Alright, nice. Good hits. It now looks very badly hurt. It's bloodied.
And now I'm out of spell slots.
Alright, and your turn.
Please,
Kesk.
nobody ask me for healing.
I'm joking.
Kesk, you're up. What you doing?
Zephy, do you want healing or are you good for
I'm
now?
good. I'm good.
Okay. Okay, we're gonna go for another thunderclap.
Alright, go for it.
If I needed healing
So-
badly, I'd heal myself.
Fail.
Nice.
Bad
Right.
rolls. Go on. More damage.
Hey, 6.
Hey, there we go. Okay.
Hey.
So, as you are all sort of like just bombarding it with attacks, it doesn't know who to attack at the moment, so I'm going to roll for it because I don't know.
Uh-oh.
Okay. Saros it is.
Shit.
After like patting itself out of the fire, it just sort of like turns and goes for like a wide sweep at you. That's a 21 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay, just let me get some dice.
Okay, I don't think
Ooh, that's a lot. 12 plus 5 plus 5. 22 points.
What?
22 points of damage from the
22
slam.
points of damage.
It's 2d12.
Oh, first a
Which
man
is-
down.
You down?
Tyler, are you down?
Yep.
Okay.
Oh no.
Saros goes unconscious. The damage dealer currently
Okay.
down. Alright.
You're both useless!
So, end of the giant's turn. Saros, make a death save for me.
Come on, dice, don't fail me now. That's 17.
Success. Okay. Zephy.
Yeah. I lose my advantage now, don't I?
Unless you're going. If you went. Yeah, I don't think so. Wait, is lay on hands a bonus action or an action? Because
An action.
you can flank around and get him up if you wanted to.
It's an action.
Okay.
Is there any way for me to flank with a cask?
Yeah. 5, 10, 15, 20. So there you're on either corner.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah.
All right.
Uh, 18 plus 5.
That hits.
And then I'm out of spell slots, so I can't do smite again. It's just my regular. 10 damage.
Nice. Okay. All right. Akask, you're up.
Yeah. I'm gonna do the same again.
All right. Success. I always forget that Thunderclap is a con save. I was like, go, and then I'm like, oh, it's me. Whoops. So success, so no effect.
Okay.
Ty, what's your AC?
16.
Okay, never mind. It just occurred to me that Bane means that it might not have hit. You know what? Shan, you can restore your hit points. It wouldn't have hit you with Bane on. It rolled a 21, even if it rolled... Well, actually, you know what? Give me 1 second. Let me roll a d4. Yeah, no. You can have those hit points back. It wouldn't have hit you. I forgot about Bane.
Okay.
Hey, nice.
How many hit points did you take? 17?
Whatever.
No,
I
13.
assumed you started at your max, so...
Yeah, 13.
Yeah, so you're back up to that then.
Okay.
Shit.
I have not taken any damage, guys.
Yeah.
And Saris is bleeding out on the floor. So...
I'm sorry.
That was
I'd help, but I want to kill this thing first.
a
And
cast
I'm
turn giant.
out of spell.
Giant is because it just got hit by Zephy. Swinging at you. A natural 1. So, no.
Oh.
That is a hard miss. Alright. Saros, another death save.
That is a 10.
Fail.
What?
11 and up is a success because you can
Oh,
technically
balls,
get...
yeah.
Because you can get 1 through 10 and 11 through 20. So it's 11 and higher is a success. Because that's half and half. Alright. 1 fail, 1 success. Zephy, you're up. You do have 2 ways of healing. You've got lay on hands and you've got healing hands.
I know,
If you just want to
but
make
they're
someone
both
conscious.
actions. They're both actions.
Are they?
Yeah. And I kind of want to hit this guy.
Shitty bikes. Alright, it's up to you.
Yeah, I'm gonna head over to Saros and use healing hands to give him 2 hit points back.
Alright. So, up and at 2 hit points. There you go. End of your turn?
Yeah.
All
Not
right.
much else I can do.
Alright, Akask, you're up.
Am I 15 feet away from where I am?
From what?
From them.
From them? Yeah.
Cool. So I'm going to use Thunder Wave. So they need to make a con save.
Okay. Con is plus... Fail, that's a 9. 9!
That is 11
Nice.
damage.
11 points of damage. Nice, okay. Getting it down. That is...
Does anybody want a bardic as well?
The
Got
Thunder
one
Wave
more.
pushes away, right? Where does it push them?
Onto me.
Me.
How many foot does it go back? Is it 10
10.
foot? So...
It goes back 10 feet away from me.
Yeah, so what we'll say is
On
Zephy
to
gets
me!
pushed up 1 space because you can't go through someone else. And you are now there. I'll just put that below real quick. Alright. So, as the giant is just shunted across the room from the thunderous roar of Thunderwave, it is the giant's turn. And it is going to hit Zephy, because that's the one it brought with it. Whoops.
Sorry,
20...
Zeffy.
Fuck you. Alright, hang on. Yep. Minus Bane is a miss. So, it
Nice.
takes its swing, the sort of like magical influence that's like nauseating it slightly, just sort of like grazes the ground and you manage to just step over slightly. Alright. And the giant's turn. Saros, you're up.
I'm not in its reach, am I?
You don't know.
I'm going to. I'm going to chromatic orbit again.
Alright, go for it.
That is natural 16 to hit.
That hits. Roll your damage.
I am also going to do a bit of poison damage this time.
Okay.
Got some good rolls. So that is 19 points of poison.
Alright. So you watch as it's pushed back, you hit it in the chest with the poison, it just seems to seep into the rags of its mummified self and into the bones. It just sort of begins to drip onto the floor and has no effect. It's immune to poison.
I'd like to move back, please.
How far?
30 feet.
5, 10, 20. 25 is the furthest you can go.
I'll do.
And it does get opportunity because its reach is 10.
Crap!
14 plus 8. So
Tyler, you're
that
down
hits.
again, aren't you?
Oh no.
What's your max HP again?
18.
You're fine. It's a 1 and a 3 plus 5, so 8.
Is that with Bane?
Well, it was a 20. Wait, it was like a 23 to hit. So it's not pulling it past. So you get to there before you are swiped at and you are unconscious again. Alright. And it's your. That was your turn, so Zephy, you're up.
18 plus 5 to hit.
That hits.
I'm saved.
4 points of damage.
How many?
4.
Okay. Alright. That the end of your turn?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
My healing potion is still in my inventory.
Well, yeah, you've all got one. Whoever took Jake's, mark that as well. I forgot you had one. Okay,
I thought one
you're
was
up.
used on Tyler last
Yes,
week.
it was. So you've all got one each.
Okay,
Alright.
so I'm gonna go over to Saros.
Okay.
And so I'll get his healing potion out for him.
Alright.
Swear to God, if you were going to say I'm going to steal his healing potion.
Gonna take his healing potion and run.
Yoink!
Alright, so normal healing potions like 1d4 plus 2, I think.
Who's rolling that? Is that
You, because you're the one giving it to him.
okay? 5.
Alright, I'll say it's your turn to search and find it and pour it. So, here's the giant's turn. And it's going to swing at Zephyr 'cause it's the only one currently within its reach. 8 plus 8, so 16? No. The giant takes another wide swing as it's coming back from hitting Saros and just
Look
misses.
how hard I am to hit.
Alright.
We love it.
Right. Yeah, okay. Ty, you are up. So half your movement is to stand.
Yeah.
Alright.
I'm going to use the rest of my movement to move away.
5, 10, 15.
And I'm going to use my last spell slot to Chromatic Orbit again.
Alright, go for it.
This time not doing poison damage. But thank goodness that was a straight nat 20. I haven't had one of them in a while.
Alright.
What type of damage are you doing?
Fire. It will burn.
If it burns, we can kill it. Go on, good rolls, good rolls, good rolls.
Do I have to roll 3 more dice, or shall I just double these ones?
You just double them.
That's okay then.
Oh, it's 3d8 for Chromatic Orb. I was thinking of Witch Bolt.
That's a lot of damage.
How much?
40 points of fire damage.
Ooh, how do you want to do
My
this?
God.
Actually, you know what? Before I say those words...
Already said him too late!
No, can't do that. I'm joking. Alright, how do you want to do this?
I think there's genuine panic in all of us then, and we were all just like, no,
it's
whatever you think
under
it can do, it
fortitude.
can't.
No, it's under fortitude, but it certainly can't be that damage, so...
I'm just kind of gonna cast this orb and be like, "You're a bitch," and just kind of fire it at his face. No, fire it straight through his chest.
Alright, so you watch as the steam erupts from Cerus's hands and it sort of begins to boil on contact and lick up into small flames and just burn away at the chest cavity until the giant falls back, sort of going to one knee first, and then as the flames start to engulf it, it goes completely and it drops down next to the mage who it had previously killed. Alright. And that is the end of combat. Well done.
Nice.
Oh, thank fuck.
And we have the orb.
Currently,
Let's get out.
We
quick,
have
let's
the
run.
beacon, we have weird time memory shit, and we have a dead giant.
alright, so what
Let's
are you
grab
doing?
it and go. Grab it and go. Grab it and go.
Grab the beacon and run to the boat.
Right.
And blink ring.
Tyler, grab the beacon.
Right,
Come
so-
on.
As you're all
We're
like,
going.
collecting your things individually after that long haul of a fight, you hear clashing coming from the room next to you where you originally entered from, where the staircase is. And you just see coming down the stairs as you exit, with now a partially broken mask and a blue eye gleaming through, Valent, looking scared for his life, going, "I don't know what went wrong, but we need to leave," and just darts out of the doorway.
Valent. Blue eyes.
Alright. And you can see
Yeah,
behind
we need to
him,
go.
there are
Cerus,
several
grab the
husks
beacon.
and zombies and various creatures following him down.
Yeah, run.
Cerus, grab the beacon.
I've got the beacon. Let's
Go!
You're
Go,
running,
go,
and as
go,
you get
go.
there, you can
Gotta
see
go
Valent,
fast.
like pushing off the boat from the shore, and you manage to all climb in and put it back underneath, but now not in the lead boxes. It seems to have been left behind. And you place the
Well,
beacon
we've
underneath the
got a
sheet and you
beacon.
begin to row back towards the city, and this time headed for just one of the oversea dockyards. Not the Royal Navy's dockyard, but the sort of fisherman's wharf, if you like. And you begin to head back to it.
Is there any chance I can faint or kind of fall out of the boat with the beacon and then swim away?
The beacon
Seems
is
I'm on
under,
low health.
the beacon is under the top, so you would have to like.
I could be
grab
holding it and be like, "Oh dear."
You didn't tell me you were doing that. It's under the top.
Also, I'm not rowing.
No, he's currently rowing for his life.
Okay, we're all in the boat and only he's rowing.
Currently, yeah.
I'm going to grab the beacon and look at it.
Shiny.
It looks.
I'm
nice.
just gonna look at it. I just want to look at it.
Okay.
I want to look at it.
Is he cute?
Cause like, look, I got some weird ass fucking memory shit going on. I don't know what the.
So have I.
I want to know what the fuck this thing does.
Alright, so after staring at the beacon for a minute, you get a slight glimpse of that again. Nothing changes, you just see your mother's face smiling down at you once more. And you have a fragment of possibility, which is basically a reroll. It lasts for 8 hours or until it is used. Once the beacon grants a fragment of possibility, it can't grant another until the next dawn. So, just so you know.
Does it do anything to the shards?
I mean,
The crystal
not
shards we
proximity,
picked
no. Not for like any kind of proximity, no, it doesn't. Alright. So,
I'm just gonna put the beacon down and go, well, that's fucking weird.
right then. Did you see it too?
See what?
Visions.
Yeah, see what?
Your past, your future, all of it.
No?
I mean, definitely not. Is it normal to not see those? I get them all the time, it doesn't
I
matter.
saw
I
one
think
as
I'm
well.
going mad. And he just continues to row back, and you can now see out the base of the tower there are like
Oh no.
husks coming, like trying to bray on the door, and as they reach out, they begin to like turn to ash.
Okay, but like, what did you see?
That's between me and apparently my god. Right.
No, but what did you see?
Make a persuasion check.
Yeah, can I'd like to provide advantage. I'm just kind of going,
Yeah.
come on, tell us.
Okay, sure.
What did you see?
You're gonna be very fucking high.
That is an 18 plus 6, so 26.
Are you retarded? An 18 plus,
plus
6
6
is 26.
An 18 plus 6 is 24.
Yeah, okay.
My brain doesn't math.
Van
Okay.
just kind of goes, help me row and I'll tell you. And he sort of continues. Are you helping?
Sure. I've looked
Right.
at the beacon. Oh, real.
Continues to row with him. And he goes, see, I've battled a lot in my day. I've lost a lot of people. Saw a few of them there, alive, well, as if I saved them. I don't know. And he just continues, like, rowing.
Cool.
Alright. So as you row back to the docks...
What about you two?
Okay.
I didn't see a thing.
See,
Well,
you
I
say
told-
that, but can I insight check you?
I mean, you can. Do it against deception, Ty. Go
13.
on. 13 versus...
8.
Okay. You know he's lying. Depends whether you want to press it or not.
You want to stop fucking lying?
This is my business, I'm not saying.
Alright.
Hmm. Okay. I guess. What about you?
Okay.
We saw a gladiator
Fucking
ring,
hurry up.
and everyone was like chanting my name, and we were like, our team was winning, and like there was gold and everywhere. in This fancy cathedral.
Fucking cool. I just saw wings.
Wings are cool. What do you mean?
I mean, they're just wings, you know? Above the city.
Alright. So, as you continue to row back towards the city, yoink, you watch as you and Valent row, and you're getting closer, and you can see him like nervously looking towards the shoreline. And a second he goes, "Here, take over this," to either Akesk or Saros, so that he can actually turn and look properly. So,
Which one of you is helping row, guys?
I'll do it.
alright. As Akesk takes yours and begins to row, Van like turns towards the shore and begins to scan around. And as you get closer and closer, you're waiting and waiting. You can't see anyone, and then you see a small patrol of guards move past. And they immediately clock you.
Oh no.
Valent grabs his mask, removes it, pulls the hood down. You see short, cropped, military brown hair He goes, Guards! Guards, I found them!
I'm going to.
I'm going to knock him the fuck out with my sword.
You can certainly
Yeah.
try.
No, I'm gonna do it.
I
Shall
want
I
to kind
advantage?
of take everything off.
It's an 11.
Are you sure you want to take everything off?
No.
Okay.
An
11
Can I
is-
jump in the water?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can.
That's an 11 to hit.
An 11 to hit.
Wait, I've got the fragment.
You can certainly use it if you want.
Oh, no!
If you
New
lost
dice.
another fucking Jesus.
New dice. That is 18 plus 5 to hit.
That will hit.
Yep. Was my D8.
Right.
9 points of damage.
That was a really bad time to take a bite. So, as you manage to hit him over the back of the head with the blade, he sort of like tilts forward for a second and goes, he sort of like holds you back. He goes, Guards, help me! And then begins to like draw his sword and hold it, just sort of in a very like, I will run you through. And the guards will begin to draw bows off their backs and knock arrows.
Am I in the water, by the way?
You can try to be if you want.
I mean, I
He's
thought I
doing
jumped
that,
in
I'm gonna
before
try and
this
get my dice
happened.
back.
Yeah.
I'll say this all happens simultaneously because it's very, very quick. So, you can certainly try and jump in the water if you want.
Can't get my dice.
Fucking hell. Do you want to try and run from this, or...?
I wasn't necessarily going
Gonna have to wait
run.
until I
I
can
was
move my bed.
thinking more along the lines of
Hiding behind the boat?
We can get the beacon away from him, though.
You can if you like.
do we reckon who's this guy? Who's Valent?
As he's turning towards the guard, you get a split-second glimpse at his face, and... So... Seros does recognize this individual, and only Seros. Nobody else would know who this is. This is
Oh.
a gentleman by the name of, and I will make sure I'm getting everything correct because it will do my head in if I get anything wrong, Aiken Baldric. He is the Hand of the Queen and one of the very few individuals consecuted into the beacon.
Hold up, Shannon, note it down because I haven't got any paper with me.
He is a human male, short, brown cropped hair, slightly greying, around 50 years of age, and he is currently holding Zephy at sword point as two sort of like small, almost like very small sailing ships begin to be unmoored and make their way towards you.
How clearly can they see him?
Go.
They would
You two
know-
Go.
I would say
And how clearly can they see us?
they can see you pretty clearly. You were pretty close by the time you shouted this. You're within range of longbows, put it that way.
You two
Like, as in
go.
close range. You can
Grab the
certainly
beacon and
try
go.
and run.
I'm not going to try and run, but you two grab the beacon and go. I'm gonna
Alright. As you're saying this, you're waiting for a few
try
seconds.
and see if Theo can help.
And sailing out is another boat. And it's
See, I don't know what to do.
Go!
Right, I'll give you 5 seconds to make a decision. If you don't make a decision, you do nothing. 5,
Go! Pick up the
4,
beacon and go!
3,
Are we coming?
2,
Grab it
Go.
and go.
1.
Go.
Grab it and go. As you pull from under the tarp again, the beacon, and you dive into the water and begin to swim, Ceres doesn't hear this. Akeski, you going as well?
Yeah.
Okay, both of you jump over the sides, and I will say, Zephy, you would probably hear this. He goes, I will again find the right names for people. He's just sort of like holding you at something, and he's, get Voros, get the drakes! find them! And immediately you hear like scattering, and you see on the shoreline one of the members of the guard is holding up some kind of object. You can't really tell what it is, but make a perception check actually.
Are we all doing that?
No, you two
Oh,
are
just
blind.
me.
Just her. She's the only one that knows of this.
17.
While it's hard to make out, he's speaking to it as if it is very akin to what you have. So, as the two of them drop into the water, no one can really be seen for the moment. Where are you going? The two that have jumped in, where are you going?
See, I say swim down because then you've got distance and it'll be darker the deeper you go as well. It'll be harder to see where we're going.
You can't get massively deep down, but you can go pretty far. You're still very relatively near the coast.
Is there any kind of... Could I lose... They can't see us underwater, can they?
For a small bit they can, but once you dive far enough now...
Can we dive far enough and then lose the disguises?
You can certainly try. What are you doing with the beacon? Because they've seen you go over with the beacon, so...
Do we have like any bags we could put it in that it'd fit in?
I'm gonna say no, because it's a large thing. It's like this sort of size, handles at either side. Like, it's not a small thing to try and hide. I'm just trying to find. There we go. That's the thing I wanted. Okay. If you're trying to hide, both of you make stealth checks for me.
Hey, got 23.
Okay.
I got 19.
Okay. Thank you. Oh, okay. So, Elender bites. So as you are sort of like, you lay yourselves down and, okay, so you manage to find a small like rock and cluster of vines where you can sort of hide yourself underneath. And from above you can see 3 or 4 shapes just sort of like slither, if you like, along as you see the forms of 3 large armoured drakes going towards the general direction of the boat. And as you do, you hear a sort of almost like a weird vibration, if you like, for the sake of being able to communicate underwater, as one of them darts in a off in a different direction towards the seabed, as it sees a very faint glow. And Saris, as you manage to like get down and place the beacon, you think you've gotten yourself long enough to hide, and then all of a sudden you've got this giant toothy maw of a drake at the side of your head. Disguise or not, Saris has been caught, Zephyr has been caught, unless you want to do anything. Akeska's the only one not currently caught.
Oh no.
I hate how well this music fits.
Can I... How far away am I from Seros?
I'll say you've got about 30, I'll say you've got about 60 feet between you.
Would I be able to get over there and like try and stab the drake?
Make a perception check as you like begin to like very stealthily claw your way out the vines.
15.
Okay. You can see now that as you come up, you didn't see them from below as you were looking at the underside of the drakes, but as you come up, they are saddled, they are armoured, and they are ridden by various tritons and sea elves alike. From your time in the Undercity, you know that these are the guards of the Undersea Keep, where Saros lives.
Oh no.
Make another stealth check for me.
13.
No. So as one of the drakes, like, they're sort of just circling around Saris's location as the guards are
I'm
trying
just
to get
trying
a
to
better
put my
view.
hands up and say, don't harm.
You're just sort of like floating in space, beacon in your hands, staff strapped to your back. You're sort of looking around, and one of the guard looks almost distraught to find that it's you who he's caught. He notices just off to the side of you your disguise is that you can't really hide underwater. And then
I'm just going to say I can explain.
as you're saying
This
this,
was
one of the
all-
drakes circles around and begins to dart off about 60 feet behind you and straight to a cask. And
Oh,
you
no.
have all been caught one way or another. So, as you're all pulled up
Can
from the
I,
water,
like,
you
say
can-
that we were bringing it back?
you can certainly try. You have no one currently as an authority. The authority in this situation is Aiken or Valent, whatever you want to call him. He is the authority, he is the hand of the Queen. And he has turned you over. So, as you are all brought to shore and manacled and chained, you are led through the city and various people are sort of like looking in your direction. And from the evergleam trees, you are led through the square. You can see a Triton individual just sort of stood off to the edge, sort of arms folded and staring down at Seros. And it is your father.
Oh no.
Because, as far as he's concerned, the Hand of the Queen is a better authority than you. And he believes him, not you. So, as you are dragged up the cliffs to the keep, you're brought to a large, almost, castle-like area that is the prison, which is known as Darkwater. And you are checked in to whatever degree that may be, and you are thrown to a cell with one other individual, and that is where we will pick up next week. Maybe one, maybe two, we'll see.
Uh-oh.
And that's where we pick up next week. Alright, guys. I am going to change
Prison
this
break?
Prison break, really? I mean, yeah. Oh, that was fun.
Oh, we fucked it.
Yeah!
That was fun.
Oh my god.
How do we find that?
Those visions. Oh.
I feel like Tyler is genuinely distressed by this.
You think we're all not?
Well,
Hey,
yeah.
your father didn't look at you in complete disgrace.
I don't know who my father is.
No, that's true, you don't.
I have two mothers.
I'll give you a little bit of good news. You leveled up.
Yeah!
Oh, dear me.
Well,
I have to speak to one of you about that, actually, but regardless. That one is Shan.
yay. I
Alright?
get spoken to.
And then I can get Matt, and hopefully we'll sort. It's hoping he wants to play the rogue that got arrested. Yay.
I could see him playing Rogue, potentially.
Yeah, okay. That'd work really
Cool.
fucking well. Actually. That was actually like, I'm surprised you guys didn't die. That giant was a lot.
Yep.
That giant had over 100 hit points and you level 2. That
Mhm.
was
I think
mean.
it was like Ty's like 40 damage or
Yeah.
whatever it was.
It had like 30 odd points left, but yeah. Well,
Those visions, though.
that's how
GG,
it
guys.
goes, man. I have no idea how many people are on stream. I really haven't been watching. If there is anyone stream, feel free to give us a
6.
follow. Yeah, I know, but I haven't noticed how many there have been. So,
It's been fluctuating, usually around 6 or 7.
okay, cool.
We've had more, but like, it's usually around there.
Yeah, yeah. If anyone's been watching stream and has enjoyed it, please feel free to give us a little follow. Cheeky follow. Other than that, We will pick up there next week. Hopefully, we have another player. I don't know yet. We'll figure that out, I guess. I feel like I've traumatized everyone today, and we're only on session 5. That's like new record. But yeah.
We love
you
that we
guys all
just got given another job and then thrown in prison.
Yeah. Do you guys all want to roll your HP now? Just
Yeah.
so it's done. And then whatever you're taking for level ups, casters get second level spells.
Ooh, I get a bar college.
Yeah, you do.
Ooh.
And
Shan
I get my oath.
which we will sort before next week. I'll tell you about it.
Yes.
Hey, dear me. That was a fun one.
That was an interesting one.
That was a longer one.
Yeah.
Right,
it
this
was.
is going to sound really harsh. I'm glad we don't have Jay because then I can go for longer. And I'm glad that we've gone for like what 3 and a bit hours. Yeah, just over 3 hours. I need to get some food. Hey, dear me. All right.
Oh, we get second level spells
You
now
do
at level 3.
indeed.
Oh, yes. Ah.
What level is... No, haste is a 3rd level spell. Not quite that powerful yet. Alright. Well, regardless. Well done,
I
people.
know which oath I am taking.
Yes, you do, and it's one of the new non-UA ones, which is nice.
Ooh, I get
that.
another first level in 2 seconds.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Oh, everyone's having fun now. Anyway,
Oath spells?
I'm going to end stream. I'm going to find someone to raid while you guys do that.
Okay.
Who shall we raid?
But I am gonna go because my tea is ready.
You just got to give me 2 seconds because I don't have a setup for 3 people. And I will raid.
One.
There we go. Alright. Another group of people doing I don't know what, but I guess we'll find out. So, with that, thank you everybody for watching. Please feel free to follow. We are on 3 o'clock now every Tuesday, GMT. We're back next week, hopefully with another player. Maybe 2, I don't know yet, we're figuring it out. Anyway, have you to say, and we'll see everyone next week. Bye!
Bye.
Bye.